matchups, Alec.
It's just so crazy because storylines just kind of keep getting built here. So for Linz now in this matchup on the side of LAG, he was kind of acted like the replacement of Hydra from the Core 3, from the World Championship of Priest, Disguise, and Kismet. They take another Frenchman SMG that is really aggressive and can be really consistent, and they slot him into that spot. So for Linz, this could be a little bit of proving ground to kind of see where he stands as far as being a top SMG. But also, he's going to want to beat Hydra, right? Like, he doesn't want to be tailing behind. So this is a huge opportunity. I hope it goes game 5.
Yeah, you probably had the best week. You're talking about individual players on the side of LAG. You know, for them, they just got to figure out Black Ops 6 a little bit. But this series is awesome. I mean, you're talking about their organization, Gentlemates, being owned by Gataga, the original French phenom who brought the France fandom into Call of Duty esports. And now you have the two guys, Hydra versus Linz. Linz trying to leave his mark in place of where Hydra used to be. All the storylines are there. The French fans are going to be going berserk for this game.
You lost in a Game 5 round 11 to Minnesota on opening day, but then, more concerningly, LAG dropped to Carolina in that 3-1 fashion. Yeah. Today, they need to up the slang because the road doesn't get easier. Tomorrow, you play Optic, and then you have Nameless's other S-tier team waiting for you, the Ultra, on January 19th.
Yeah, and then, like, you got to remember, you play Optic tomorrow, right? So you're looking at starting 0-4 potentially, and then there's a month break where C9 and Mac and them, they're going to knock the rust off, and they're going to be probably a lot better on the tail end of that break. So you're in a very tough spot. Today's match could determine winners or losers.
Just like week 1, we've got a full day of matchups. Allie, which one of these goes to a Game 5?
LAGs versus LAG, of course.
Yeah, this one as well. Nameless, as we take a look at the full schedule, will any of these games go to a 5? Cloud9 Rocker, we've got Heretics, Breach, and Optic Surge.
Yeah, we got 2 Game 5s. Cloud9 and Rocker, I think, are going all the way to 5, and Optic and Surge are going to Game 5.
Like that call.
I have a feeling.
Chat, let us know. Is it going to be a long one? Are we out early? It's time to get match number 1 started as we take a look at the Gentlemates.
Hello tout le monde. On va se retrouver en live les gars. Hello tout le monde. On se retrouve en live sur YouTube, première fois je crois. J'espère que vous allez tous très bien. En tout cas on va se retrouver pour les CDL Major les gars. Alors. Hop. Ah, est-ce que c'est pas la bonne fenêtre? Attendez. Voilà, ça devrait être bon. Voilà. Et là, ce sera la bonne fenêtre, les gars. Voilà, ce sera mieux pour vous même. Voilà. J'espère qu'Emid vont faire quelque chose. Hop. Ok, let's go. On met live sur YouTube. Un de mes premiers lives sur YouTube. Hop. Hop, c'est maintenant. Si vous voulez des drops aussi, les drops sont sur la chaîne officielle de Call of, les gars. C'est comme sur Twitch pour ceux qui savent. Hop. Vous êtes la meilleure équipe de cette année pour moi. Avec Optic. Même si Optic ce serait pas trop encore à l'heure actuelle. Hop. Quand il y a des drops. J'espère que le son est bon en tout cas. Hop. Bah ouais, c'est pareil.
That could also be the bane of their existence, though. The over-challenge. We've seen them already lose a search and a short of C9 because of it. So something to taper down, but use to your strengths.
Can the ARs for LAG hang with the ARs from LA Thieves?
Absolutely. It's just a matter of when are they going to wake up. Because on the side of Priest and Skies, we know what they're capable of. We've seen it for the past 2 years, and we haven't really seen it in their opening weekend. So I'm hoping in this one they come with a new fire.
Let's take our look at our maps and modes brought to you by Scuff. And of course, Nameless, I want to know, where will Hydra be flanking the most annoyingly on?
It's going to be Rewind in terms of the respawn hardpoint. There's a lot of good places to flank through DVD and make plays with an SMG. We've already seen it. And then on red card, I think 0-4 gave us a display on how you can play that with a sub. But can I say something? Wait, are we going to see a protocol?
No.
I don't want to be into the vault control simulator once again. I'm telling you, man.
I mean, it's It's already there.
Yeah, we were 12 for 12 on Vault being game 3 in week 1. Do you think we're 12 for 12 in week 2?
That would be ridiculous. That's a first. That'd be unacceptable.
We'll get our pick'ems in on that a little bit later, but right now, let's make it official for match 1 on the day. Alley Cat, I let you catch up. Now I will go first by claiming LA Thieves will win.
I will go second and echo that. LA Thieves will also win. I agree, Chris.
Nameless the Oracle. After starting 1-3 on opening day, you have been flawless.
Yep.
Break it down for us. What happens here in week 2?
I think we go to a game 4. I think LA Thieves dropped that search and destroy, but they close it out in 4. LA Thieves all the way.
And the fans?
Yeah.
They're going LA Thieves. Last time we all picked the same thing. We were wrong.
Bad things happen when we do this.
Does it happen again? Does LAG still win the Battle of LA?
No. We'll find out though, folks. I'm being a little biased there, but let's face it, the super team does super things in week 1. Now in week 2, we'll find out if that LAG magic is still there. It could be the case. Chance. I'm not going to say it outright. I did at the start, but I'm not going to say it outright again. Anything can happen. Good luck. Bonne chance, mon amis. We're all going to need it. Either way, though, a very important series to measure our two teams against each other.
And it will certainly turn me into a believer in the supernatural elements, into curses and things of that region. But this is one of the matchups that I think I'm most excited to see across this year, because it is going to bring the best out of both of these squads. Hydra, obviously, not wanting to lose to his 3 former teammates. And then, of course, well, Kismet, Skies, and Priesta gonna want to hunt that man down. And, of course, Linz, French Phenom, wants to sort of take that throne. He was talking about the end of the reign of the current French Phenom. So, you know, they're going to be getting active. And, you know, all time, LAG have absolutely had their number. And I got to say as well, over the course of the CDL history, it has been more often than not, LA Thieves have had the stronger roster compared to LAG, and yet Gorillas have just consistently been able to take them down. So there has been a curse-like element to it, and if we see it today, then again, I'm officially becoming a believer.
Well, we'll find out, mate. Believing or not, it's game time, folks. Over to Rewind we go for map number 1. We will, of course, be seeing a vault. Sorry, Nameless. We'll see if later on today we can get a protocol for control. But for now, strap in, boys and girls, a hard point. One team who has set the pace in hard point, and the other, we're going to see what they can bring to the table. Let's do this, folks. Let's have some fun. Let's play some Rewind.
And I tell you, this is the one map where technically there's a weakness for LA Thieves. They did hold an L to Atlanta FaZe, but it took FaZe being at their absolute Sunday best to sort of squeak out a victory. So I'm a little bit fearful for the Gorillas, mate, in this moment. But again, they're just going to be forced to be even better. And I watched Scrap just pre-fire the living hell out of Linz, and that's a kill feed.
That's a superb kill feed, a very superb kill feed, and everyone now spawning out for LAG, mates. On the approach now, back into the inside of the hard point, Linz starts things off wonderfully. Look at this angle, didn't even get up there. That's 2 for Linz. That's going to be 3 for Linz in a moment. His boys are inside now. You've got a chance to break it alone. We've stayed on his POV the whole way, and his team's down again. Thieves hold on for the second hit.
And, ooh, well, maybe some interesting spawns actually showing up on the map. Linz is going to spawn out. His teammates do have the rotation, and Scrap's going to be working the flank. So Sky's right now trying to be that cutoff man. But again, it's really just the missing piece. Scrap on the back line. You see it in the kill feed. LA Thieves win every single important gunfight at the exact same time. And Gorillas, mate, do not have a point.
Not yet. There's a chance for that to change. But it's all looking red so far. Here we go. Into the hard point. Gorillas, mate, on the board. Better late than never. And now you've got a counter-attack opportunity for the Thieves. Let's see how the Gorillas, mate, managed to hold on here. This is going to be the test of the setup. Will they be broken immediately? That's what the Thieves are expecting here on the approach. Yeah, that's the first. Into the point. Quick contest. Over to Priesta. Trades are in there, and Scrap finds a disgusting 2, and that is exactly what you wanted, the instant break.
And you got an 0-4 start for Kismet, and 0-5 now. Him and Priesta, 0-10 combined. Hydra started off 7-0, and Hydra, I think, frankly, just gave up the timing because Gorillas, mate, were a little too slow for him. So this is diabolical, and I gotta say, from what we saw week 1 for Gorillas, mate, they had a couple holes in their setups in the hard point. That has not been fixed at all.
Homelander's got his son. It's diabolical. 2 hard points up. Hydra spree continues. 5 now for him. 12 in total. He set the kill record for himself in this map at 41 actual kills. Let's see if he can do it again here.
The game's not going to last long enough, Miles.
No, it's not going to happen. Well, for now, Gorilla Mate fighting in. Staying on board with Linz, who's had a fun time so far. Pistol, into the point. Scrap there now finding the time. Ghosty in the feed. Perfect awareness there from the Thieves. They cut down the play. They wipe out the mates.
Yeah, 2 and 16 combined for Priest and Kismet. I'll just keep you updated on that because right now they are dealing with a spawn trap Hydra. I mean, doing his job, roaming the middle of the map while his teammates lock down spawns, and he gets gone. Linz has shown up so far. He's got 9 kills to his name, and well, now Gorilla's mate attempting to push out the spawns. Envoy wisely backing down, picking up a corner, but him and Hydra have important work. They're going to be by themselves, and by the looks of it, Gorilla's mate have broken down the spawn control and an opportunity to get set up on this money hill, and Hydra gets caught as well.
Perfect work. Nice job there from the Los Angeles Gorillas mates. Got to find a better name. Into the hardpoint Priester. Looking Envoy sniff him out. He manages to make his way through the side alley, so that's going to be a hit in a moment towards the backline. Anyone reads it? Yeah, they do. 1 down either side on the approach. B-Dog finds his from the inside of the feed. 3 down. Good work from the Gorillas.
Signs of life. CPR has been performed, and we officially do have a heartbeat. 60-point gap in this game, and again, P4, absolute money hill, and Scrap might take down Linz, but it's still a bit of a walk right now for Thieves to get near the time, and they try to play with Priesta. Instead, they get 2-pieced, and now he gets to be that super soaker inside of the hill. This has effectively been a perfect full 60. So Gorilla's mate, horrific start they just had, and you had Priest and Kismet 2 and 16 combined, starting to light up the kill feed just a little bit more.
This is great work. They've got a good look towards the new hard point as well. It's all down to Hydra. 2-man hit towards it. And Hydra managed to take care of 1. Omni moves his way out of that trouble and into another fight. Here we go. Envoy there in the feed as well. Hydra, where you least expect him. Finding kills up front. Straight into the point. Here come the boys. 15 and 7.
Yeah, and I just think LA Thieves might be a little bit too quick in this game so far, or Hydra's just sort of coasting through, chasing Ghost, because, I mean, he's just prepared for the Gorilla's mates to be a little bit further on the map that they are, but Gorilla's mate, with the speed and the timing, a clean 4-man wipe, and they got the good spawns going for him as well. Envoy, though, trying to pierce this up. He's leading the charge.
Pierced. Re-pierced. Ghosty now trying to hold back these players. No one going to be there for it. Nice work again at Priester. He finds a couple of big ones. Brought down there by Scrap. Nice work on the approach. Hardpoint pinch taken care of. 1 front done. The other front, Envoy with a beatdown on a Kiz.
I'm going to be honest, at this point, I'm trying to just think back. If they just didn't leave the hole open on P2, like they made the break, let Scrap walk through the back. Outside of that mistake, this could have been a near tied-up game, and granted, still close, 30-point gap. Gorilla's mate, left side spawns for the moment. These are the important kills for them to try to set the tone, but you talk about the important kills, you're looking at the kill feed. Thieves, for the moment, they're collecting.
And it's Scrap doing a lot of that. 16 and 10, he stepped right up to the plate. Moment of confusion. Where is everyone at? There's a lot of stuns being thrown around, a lot of noise being created as P1 still sitting in the hands of the Thieves. Envoy in the feed as well. Scrap alongside him, and now Sky's in trouble. All down for the mates. Back to respawn on the counter.
2-2 split though, so 2 players do have good spawns. Priest and Linz only going to be dealing with Scrap for the moment, and he does get caught. So if you're trying to get back in this game, Gorilla's mate have shown they can hold on to hills for full 60s. P2, well, they're simply going to need it in this moment. And that is a cop card that is impossible to kill players off of. Gorilla's mate in a good spot, admittedly down by 60.
Down by 60. Well, we'll see how things go. We're going to do our first of 2 listen-ins here in this series. Over to the LA Gorilla mates.
And 2 orange, 1 graffiti, 1 time. Yo, everyone need graffiti off spawn, okay?
One's in front of us. Laundry dead. Nice. I'm looking at your gen. Keep burning. One shot dead.
Nothing plus. I have your D-bait. I have your D-bait. Yeah, I have your D-bait.
Paco, one shot. Paco, he's going small. I shot him again. One shot. Take your time. I'm in a good corner.
Book.
I'm a book.
Slow down. I have your car. Nice.
Let's go, Ghosty. Dead. Nice. I'm going to spot court. Walk in spot court, though.
Yeah. I'm bumping out.
Backing up deep. Backing up deep. They're not hitting me old.
Oh, no, you dead. P1 dead.
Yeah, I'm in the back. I'm in the back. They're all rotating. Burger. All burger. Yeah, I'm in the back on me. Or
Okay, no, 2 quarters.
Dill's deep.
I have a streak, bro. I have a streak.
Urgent. We can put the burger then. I'm gonna wrap burger. One shot.
I'm getting closer. Get off.
Yeah, get off.
I'm not a streak. Stay up.
Shot P1.
One shot burger. Get P1 control again.
Grab burger. We're not being.
Alright, yo, when's the burger time and
Burger dead.
burger time before mid. One's mid.
What's the burger? Burger. Middle. One shot deal. Paco. Absolute mid.
He dead.
Nice. Good shit.
P4.
Get the time.
Crossing. Get push. Stay up. Tell me square. Weak square.
Go one shot. Go one shot. I'm getting me
Out. We're good.
Me.
One shot then absolute no. Pushing in burger. Once a burger. You guys want to take routes?
Yeah, we can.
I'm gonna. When do you?
I'll try to
I'm
gonna go for mid. You guys go double deep. I'm gonna go mid.
Go see on old week.
See him. 118.
Wait, burger. Shut on.
Nice. I'm going mid.
Check it out.
Mid. Last cuss.
Nothing got.
Yo, we just push it.
I'm going through.
Go.
One deep right. Hold on the back. Fuck on the back. I'm being front office.
In office.
Fiery comms, chance, and plenty of passion there from the Gorillas, mate. I'm loving what I'm hearing, and in the same with the scoreline.
They're keeping it close. I mean, a 30-point game right now, maybe make it 40, but they got the break on P4 again, and they win the gunfight in the back. I mean, that's every clutch kill exactly when you need it, and this is the hill they got the full 60 on. They do it here. They take the lead.
Hold on, though, for that lead. Right-hand side of the minimap, into the point, Hydra down and out. Skies finds that. Over to Scrap, trying to make his entry to Beepers. And everyone just in an awkward spot right now. Beautiful shots from Scrap. Takes out Kiz instantly. Trade's done. Over to the point. On the inside, you've got Hydra. You're over 200 points. And now you've got a couple of kills in the feed. A big wipe and 15 seconds of Scrap.
So close yet so far. You wanted the full 60, didn't quite get it, and you're still fighting from behind. But they got the setup around new. Gorillas made everybody in position, and that's the first domino to fall. LA Thieves a little bit scattered. They're working on the flanks, and Scrap doing his best as a distraction. He's opened up that left side.
Such an annoying fight to take. Jens is ready. Over to Linz. We've been a little quiet about him so far, but here we go. Potential for a couple of pieces. Gets one. A lot of damage there into the second as Hydra now on the point, trying to contest. Priest and Skies, immediate reinforce. The battle now raging away, and the Gorillas mates find a couple of big kills.
How about those Jackals inside the point? Caesar, Skies, Bueno pulling it out to get the job done. We might have ourselves a tied-up game. Gorillas made. They came to play.
Still rocking. 23 and 19 out of Hydra. Slow him down. Big kills all over the board as Kismet's fifth, now in a row, sees the lead change to the Gorillas, mate.
Putting the pressure on. Rewind might be the place where Thieves continue to falter. The kill feed for the moment, though. 2-2 split on either side, and Thieves set up with the trophies around new. Gonna be difficult to break down, but I'm looking at Gorillas, mate. They're putting pressure all over the map. Thieves players caught in a crossfire, and they are gunned down. Gorillas, mate, can take map 1 here.
This could be game. Thieves, 2-2 split now on the attack towards the hard point. Nobody home for now. Lovely work from Ghosty and Scrap. Envoy now forward. And what do you know, the Thieves, they're in chance.
Who's got the better Iceman? Thieves clutch up in that moment. Left side spawn for Gorillas, mate. But frankly, we are not going to get there. This is a P1 battle, and that is Thieves gunned down again along the way. Desperation hour now for LA Thieves.
Big 3 in a row from Linz. Envoy now in. Are we getting another break on the point? Yeah, we are. My goodness, it's another. It could be game. You have to get in there, Priester. A moment now to save it for his boys and force the next point. Can he get one? Yes, he can. Can he contest? No, not yet. Still holding on. Has to get a player inside. It's not going to happen. The Thieves have done it. Or have they? Number 6. It might not be over yet. There's the final kills. You're in. But the hairs on their chinny chins. The LA Thieves win map number 1. But even in hardpoint, these gods can bleed. Gorillas, mate, came to play.
I mean, they can bleed, but at the same time, it is, of course, the quote, all that for a drop of blood. That's an insane game. If they just did not have such a slow start, Gorillas Mate could have taken him down. And it's the little things, man. That first P2 that they had, they did the hard part. They broke the hill, they got the kills, cleared out Scrap out the back, but then off respawn, they just left a massive hole open. Scrap just walked straight through in between 3 players and just completely caught off guard. Still, these, like, I mean, I say tiny mistakes, they're big mistakes, but like these small little things happening on the mini-map for Gorillas Mate, and you let them happen against a big team, you're gonna get punished. But I mean, the fact that Priest and Kismet just started off a combined
map number 1. Split now on the attack towards the hard point. Nobody home for now. Lovely work from Ghosty and Scrap. Envoy now forward. And what do you know, the Thieves? Big work. And an exciting rewind hard point, folks. Highlights. A lot of love from both teams, man. We saw some pieces. But again, it's the openers from the Thieves. I mean, is it a slow start chance from the Gorillas Mate, or is it an incredible opener from the LA Thieves? We've seen him both, you know, in different situations. I feel like the Gorillas, yeah, it was a slow start, but Thieves, they're always good, man. Their hardpoint has been so brilliant in opening week of Black Ops 6. It was good in the preseason tournaments. They're setting the pace, they're setting the tone for the way the game looks so far, and you know, I'm just sort of excited to see Gorillas Mate even be able to hang at this point.
I just think for me, it's even the fact that like the opening breaks for LA Thieves are just completely flawless. Like we literally just watched Scrap pre-fire Lens before he comes around the corner. Like Thieves are dialed in. They know the timings. They know the setups. They know where Gorillas Mate are going to be coming from. And they're just slightly ahead of the game in that regard. And it just feels so overwhelming. Like Gorillas Mate, that's the type of hard point where you are just pure passion, showing your, like, quite literally, world champion resolve to just work on that kind of deficit. And for all that fight, just to lose it in the end is completely deflating. So that is a brutal map 1 loss. And of course for Thieves, they just get to laugh that off and go, all right, cool, it's whatever, man. Move on to map 2. We will take that dub because I'm sure they don't feel like they deserve it at all.
What? Do they deserve it? Yeah, of course they do. They managed to walk away with a win there, but this is a nice back and forth. Oh, the old rivals. There's something about the red and purple when they go head to head. It always looks a little spicy. Beautiful, beautiful hard point to start things off. Hard point done. Over to search and destroy. Now we go. Where are we dressing this way, Chance? Well, how are we feeling about this in the skyline?
Well, in my mind, the route to beating LA Thieves would have been in the 2-3-5 because of how good they've been looking in hardpoint. Rewind, a bit of a question mark still for this squad, but if they're still taking that one down, I mean, you just have to give them the edge purely based on the respawns low. And I mean, the skyline hardpoint as well. LA Thieves is just not the team I want to have to go against on that map. It is hyperactive. It is very mixy, so you got to take care of it in the S&Ds. Not exactly a game mode where Gorillas Mate have been a shining light. Certainly the potential is there. They've shown in the map 1 these guys are ready to play and trying to get active against this Thieves squad. But again, deflating map number 1, that is a difficult L to hold.
I don't know, I still feel like that was a strong enough game, and yeah, the L's there, but you definitely went down swinging, and I think it's a good thing there for the Gorillas Mate. We'll see if they can keep them going into the search. Again, Skyline, still a very pacey map. First major showing I think we had on this map were, of course, the Thieves taking on FaZe last weekend. Really, really aggressive game. Very, very high-paced. A lot of wipes, a lot of, you know, headbutts in towards the A-bomb site in the kitchen side. Expect to see very similar looks from them. I wonder if the Gorillas Mate will be bringing that same kind of aggression. Are they going to be rolling as a pack together? I would expect that out of players like Kismet, out of Lins, Priest and Skies. We'll see if they can keep that pace up and get right into the mix, because you're going to need it against the Thieves.
And I really want to see like 99 kids getting active in S&D as well to be that playmaker to try and break him down. As you mentioned, it's not like it's a massive amount, but a little bit of VOD you could sort of go through, pick apart. I know Gorillas Mate are a team that is absolutely going to do their homework, so I'm going to have a game plan for this map. And if you're thinking S&D as well, you know what you can do, right? Guys like Scrap, they're going to be challenged. Where they are in the map, they will make their presence known. You can either avoid it or maybe go for double chows, square up with them, or maybe look for the first bloods against Hydra. There's the square up we're looking for. And there's Lins trapped in a corner. Skies helps his boy get out of the mix, and 99 kids working the flank.
A little bit of time to work it. Envoy's making the reads here towards the back as well. I'm down at A. An electrifying start to the round, as is tradition. 30 seconds on the clock.
Damn.
Two-piece out of Ghosty. Eyes on the next one. Is Linz going to fall prey? Yes, Thieves. Strike first.
And you just gave those guys way too much time to think, is what that looked like to me on the mini-map. Kiz was in position, but he waits for his teammate to, you know, get in the mix before he makes the play. And I think if they jump on it, they might have timing, at least trade Ghosty out if he was making that read. But we were watching Envoy just sit there and calculate it. He's roaming through the top always. He's going for the re-pinch as well. So I think Gorilla's made a little bit too slow. Skyline is a map that you play at a lightning pace.
It's the same with the comms right now for the Thieves. That pre-match chatter there was roaring. The fast game plan here. 2-2 towards A. Leans in on the bomb site. Able to get the plant. Will we see a counterattack hit? No, it's going to go down. So now post-plant position 4v4. All guns are up. Not a lot of lethals left to throw at this one, but Ghosty gets it done with a bang.
Trade it out though, and Kismet again gonna be working the flank, so there's the moment to strike. You get the timing right in a 2v3 now for the Thieves players. Scrap and Hydra trying to do something difficult, but Scrap kicks it off.
2v2. The clatter of glass is gonna Doom! Wow! For Kiz, Skies drops as well. What a two-piece from Hydra.
And you're just giving them too much time. I mean, Hydra just go into the corners of the map to go for these re-pinches, and again, LA Thieves not fearful of making plays. And that is a 2v3 clutched incredibly quickly. There's a second look. Kismet, yeah, shot in the back, and Skies, doesn't matter how good your reaction time is, you're not winning that gunfight.
Nah, it's not happening. Hydra, right place, right time. It doesn't help, again, Kiz, we heard a bit of a glass crack there. Tiny little things like that certainly make the difference at the pro level. Everyone's headsets cranked. No one's banging comms out, flooding them. Speaking of flooding, though, straight A. And it's a big one from Priest and Linz. Lovely openers. A couple of kills give you the advantage for now. 2v3.
Deja vu all over again. Same players in a very different situation. No bomb plants. And now this is the only time where you want Skyline to slow down just a little bit, except Thieves think differently. The bomb site is open. They plant it straight away.
Are they going to leave the bomb site? Try to get a rat? No, we're going to take the fight head on. Scrap gets a huge amount of damage. Going to send Hydra on the flank, possibly. Watching out for this attack. It's a 3v1 on the site for now. Kismet picks up the rear, finds his. Over to Hydra, last man. Opportunity to make something massive happen. Number one, here we go. Will he check the bomb? Hydra! Not enough. As that's going to be the defuse. Hops off it for a second. The Gorilla's mate. Make it 2v1.
Able to stay icy in that moment as well. I'm thinking for a moment, Scrap just back 3 players down by himself. He bought Hydra maybe an extra 10 seconds, but eventually Linz pounces, able to take care of Scrap. And then, of course, in a 1v3, I mean, Gorilla's mate would have to throw it away, but making the right call, going from hop to bomb, slide out, go for the chow. Don't let any finesse happen. Gorilla's mate do get on the board. I'll be back on the attack.
The finesse around that place as well, that sort of center of the map, the edge of the pool, entrance to the kitchen, a lot of dancing around there, even the little entryway to the closet, to the dressing room. There's so many places for you to slide, and at that distance, it's perfectly designed for Omni movement. You're able to cause a lot of ruckus around the side of the map. Kismet through Jim, and he's going to plant it. He's going to sit on his phone in here instead of getting any sort of heavy lifting done, but heavy lifting in a moment could be done by Scrap there. Great job watching the pinch. Whoa, doesn't let anything happen there. Hydra immediately first bloods it. Trying to find the retake now, a man up. Oh, that's an awkward bit of team kill.
You'll take that. 2v3, Priest and Skies. Bomb is down. Time is a little bit low, but Thieves trying to swarm. Hydra getting active, going on the pinch. Skies has tucked himself in a corner, and it just does not matter. Swarming around, checking every single corner, every single hiding hole. There is no escaping your fate. LA Thieves, that's their 3rd round.
Oh, it's an amazing 3rd round. Sweet retake scenarios there from the Thieves. And yeah, you're right. It's how very, very aware they are of checking every possible corner as a team. Ghosty's there on the bomb the whole time, sort of like insurance policy, making sure that if someone does hit, his boys are roaming the map. Prowl in the halls, making sure no one's there. Good stuff out the Thieves.
And it just sort of feels like you can't play like the standard game against Thieves. You're going to have to 200 IQ it, sort of play around how they're going to play against you. But the problem is, because they're just willing to do things like hop the bomb, they force the issue, just like they're forced in the fight by Piano. Skies wins his one and does not get traded out. A big moment, just staying up in a 3v3.
Yeah, Hydra goes for a little bit extra there with a slide. It goes down. Connect. Is it enough, though? The retake's a little slower here from the Gorillas, mate. Opening Pratt the gunfire. Will Envoy be the first man to get his kill? No one else is showing anything here from the Thieves.
Yeah, Priest is a distraction. He's shooting through walls just to bait that attention, so Envoy all eyes forward. But, I mean, it's a triangle setup. Everybody's got their angle covered. Ghosty has to get traded. Kismet pierces the setup in between the two, but you are running out of time.
Running out of time indeed. The Jackal up close and personal now to Envoy. Can he save the day? He's managed to sneak on through the timing. Envoy might have done it. Can you get the kill fast enough? No, he's dancing. And this is exactly what Envoy does. 2 seconds to spare there. As Skies may win the battle, but the war won there by the Thieves. 4-1.
And they just get to laugh it off. There's just not enough time. I mean, the difference in pace right now, even in Search and Destroy, the Thieves are playing at, is a big difference maker. I mean, you had Gorillas, mate, with the perfect play, getting Kismet in position, getting the man advantage, but then someone just forced to have the bomb because you only got 14 seconds left on the round, and Dylan Envoy making the perfect play every single time, and him and Scrap just get to laugh it off.
A bit of a chuckle, a bit of a rehydrate in between rounds. 4-1 here on the Search and Destroy. Not what you want here for the Gorillas, mate. Opportunity to bounce back. That's right, Kiz there. Down low. Reads the Envoy play this round. A lovely advantage to start things off as Lins gets the plant. Here we go.
And talk about a round you desperately need. And Priesta might just seal the deal. Yeah, 2 versus 4, Scrap and Hydra. A clutch spot again, but this one much more difficult than the last. And Gorillas, mate, perfectly played. Everybody winning their ones. Scrap will simply just be the last player to fall.
He'll try to do what he can. He wins his first fight, and the rest done, cleaned up. Gorillas, mate. Great bounce back round.
And again, Envoy just having a little bit too much fun in those underground routes. He's tried it before, and they sort of like let him out the bookcase, but they're always watching it. Last time they were checking it from the depths of spawn, so Envoy maybe thinking he's more comfortable, thinks he has a little bit more space he can take, but not this time. Kismet mixing things up, and you'll take the freebies when you get them. Still, though, down 4-2, bit of a deficit, and Scrap continues to be a motor mouth in the comms. He was making it known that he's an S&D kid at heart. That is where he started, trying to show off the Search and Destroy goods.
Locked in. Hydra down low this time. It's away. 2-man in the vent. Oh, Kiz only gets 1. That could have been real ugly. You can have a player now force their way downstairs and try to commit to that. It's Lins. He's been pulled in, and Envoy has hurt him. Big win for Lins. Whoa.
9 HP in a dream. You'll take that. 3 versus 2, and plenty of time this go around.
Yeah, this is a good look at Skies on that win. All down to Scrap. This could be back-to-back rounds for the Gorillas, mate. Can they get him off that bomb? Oh my god, I love this out of Priest. Just jump straight on it. There you go. Worth a shot. There we have another round in a row for Gorillas, mate. Chance to Priest to play. Why not, man? Scrap could be on the other side of the map. This could be a free defuse. My boys might run into him. I don't hate it. It's a lot of fun here. The guys have got lives to throw.
Yeah, I might as well force the issue in that situation. You know, he gets caught. Just sort of that identifier. He's going to have to pop up on the mini-map. So it's going to be a fun time as well. A couple rounds in a row, things starting to fade, and it's really just been dominance of the sort of underground play that has been the beneficiary. So if I'm LA Thieves, probably just going to avoid it altogether. And of course, if that's the expectation, maybe Gorillas may want to get aggressive down low, but nope. Old Faithful back towards this A site. Lins, bomb in hand. And this time it's up top. Envoy, I mean, he's just soared through, but they have the intel.
Doesn't matter what you know. Skies gets gun like that and a stun. Oh my good god, and he connected. Kismet's had to back up. He's fallen over. Look, he's doing a ray gun over there. Nice shots out of Lins. 3v3.
He'll take that for the information gained off that first stun. Can't believe Envoy won that gunfight, jumping off plat though. seen Slasher do it. That's just the way to go. You're running into a double shot like that, but you have to get this kill. And, well, by the time Linz does, if you waste a little bit of time, look at how the Thieves swarm.
Man, they really do take such good control of the map. And they hit each other well. This is Hydra from from down low to up top and right into the end of the round immediately. Great work out on one side of the Phenom in this series. Map point, LA Thieves. Gorilla's mate have slowed down just a step and it's hurt.
I think as much as they slowed down, I think it's just Envoy that's been taking it to him. But bomb in hand this go around, Hydra spots out two. RC car gonna try to hunt him down, but no dice there. At least you pump the brakes, and well, that's because Scrap also trying to be an F1 driver. So everybody's just tucked away and spawned. But I think Kismet, they might not have the intel on him that he's by hot tub, and I take that back. If Hydra is checking that, they know everything. That's bombed down. Another first blood for Kiz.
Another for Kiz, and somehow Ghosty managing to finish the job there. Priester checks B, nobody home. Still a lot of love towards the A-bomb site. How are we going to retake this, Gorillas, mate? Skies and Priester up high, fast wrap. They're going to run into a bit of trouble here. Trouble, his name is Hydra. He gets his, there's Ghosty does as well. Linz can't find it, and that's the map, boys and girls. The LA Thieves, 2-0.
Laugh it off and stay about your business. Shane, also known as the happiest man of 2024. Hyping up his boys, congratulating them on the map number 2, and handshakes all the way around. 2-0 lead for LA Thieves, but honestly, what could have been if Gorilla's Mate just got off to a better start on that rewind. I mean, a P2 on a vault hardpoint last week gonna haunt them. A P2 on a rewind this week haunting them again. You gotta be at your Sunday best when you're playing against this squad. If not, you find yourself back down against the wall. The first bloods for Gorilla's Mate, super solid. Got 5 out of 9. Did not make a difference. Got clutched on, got picked apart.
Clutched on, picked apart, you name it. Scrapping the man with the damage, the S&D kid at heart there. We get the job done in 7 minutes and 50 seconds there on Skyline. That's 2-0 there in the series, folks, and that's a big turn and a major hit there for the Gorilla's Mates. Got to bounce back now on that vault control. Not going to be anything to do. Desk, what do we think of the start of the series so far?
I'm just distracted by Chance's ugly Christmas sweater. I think it's beautiful, Chance. Keep rocking it. All right, let's break down what we witnessed, because LA Thieves is up 2-0, but that game one, very close. Nameless, can we just jump right into it? Do you have your pen ready?
I got my pen ready. Let's get into it. Listen, the holiday spirit is here on the side of LA Thieves, not on the side of the LAG. So let's talk about this one. This is the P2 that Chance and Miles were highlighting. Some big mistakes if you're LAG. Despite this being a close hard point, they could have ran away with it if they were to rotate it. So this is P2 rotating over here. This is Skies, number 6. And where he's seeing is he has an angle where he can sort of see the cross through the car. He has a teammate here who can play for the push off the front. But number 5 starts to rotate over to help time. He needs to be playing in the back and playing for a kill here, right? So the theory is kind of, if time is expiring on the first hill, you have a player who spawned out, which is number 8. What you can do a couple things here. He can hit the old scrap time while you guys secure the rotation so they don't run away with too many points. And then you guys can just set up in the back, make sure you kill number 1, which is this guy, because he's the guy who's going to be heavily influencing spawns, and you don't want to play too aggressive. So what you're going to see here, though, is they decide to start to chow because they're panicking for this P1 that LA Thieves is getting, and they end up getting flipped by number 1 down here, which is Scrap. He makes a huge play, gets in behind enemy lines, and this is just what you can't do right here. LA Thieves, you only got Scrap going around the back. You see 5 and 7 on your minimap. Kismet dies, which forces Skies to leave his position, who had information. He ends up challenging. He gets picked by Hydra. And then in this situation, the worst possible cases happen. Now Scrap got back here for free. Didn't even have to fight anybody. He's going to secure the spawn. And now they're swarming time with a 4 dead on rotation, where you're going to be spawning in Narnia. There's nothing you can do here. You got to come from across the map, and they go up like 60-0. So these are the blunders that you cannot make if you're LAG. These hard points would be way less stressful. A big P2.
Great stuff there. Drawing conclusions brought to you by Nameless. Allie, what else did you learn during this matchup so far?
I just learned that LAG have the capability of winning a hard point. It's just about the early game, like Ant just broke down for us. You can't go down 60-0 that early on. And for LAG, this is a world champion studded roster. Expecting better.
Let's take a look at the search and destroy after just a 9-point hard point. LA Thieves take control. They're looking good in S&D today. What's different?
Yeah, I mean, you look at like this team and you expect them to be a very good search and destroy team. Thieves, though, man, they can play for player. I know you're getting excited watching the Thieves in the search, Elliot.
Yeah, no, for Envoy, for me, he had two really big clutch plays. That 1v1 versus Skies was kind of everything. Bombed down, he's in a 1v2 situation. He has to try and play the time. That could have tied up the game. Then you move on to the game-winning point. Envoy, he's pushing up front rooftop. He gets that first kill, ends up getting traded out, but just gives his team the favorable space on the map. I think Skyline is a really hard map to play search and destroy against LA Thieves, because when they do struggle in search and destroy, it's just because they'll stick to what works, and once it stops working, they struggle to adjust. But on Skyline, it is so small, so much is happening that one player could just take it and take space and take it all.
Yeah, and in comp side of things, like, you're not ranked, right? So there's only 2 trophies, so your attacks are super important on Skyline.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be hitting your stuns and nades. A lot of the kills go down early. You have to be pretty aggressive, and this map is going to play to the strengths of LA Thieves, who want to be in your face, who want to utilize their gun skill, right? So I don't expect them to get this map too often going forward, Chris.
I will say it is a good sign if you're an LA Thieves fan. After watching them against Carolina, where they were up 5-2 before folding in search, they closed this one out. So strong start. They're up 2-0, but we potentially have 3 more maps in this best of 5. Can we get to red card? Is there a way LAG forces a game 5?
I'm not feeling great about it because they just recently lost Vault 3-1, and it kind of went similarly to their hard points. They just couldn't keep up with the aggression.
Nameless, give me a player to watch in this game 3.
I'm going to go with Linz. I'm excited to see him in this game 3, man. They need some life. You cannot start 0-3. You have to get a dub here. Big Vault.
Hydra versus Linz. The battle continues as we send it back over to the casters. Miles, Chance, take it away.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. And Ali Cat, let's do this, folks. Let's get right back into it. Vault is going to be a tough one, though. A real tough one. Chance, I like the shout out of Linz. I also like what I've seen out of, Gentlemates. It could be tough. It could be worse. They're doing all right. They've got to bounce back here. Otherwise, it's the end of the series.
Fair enough. And then shout out to Easy Mac for this one. Finally got the stats for Vault Control. Yay! 64% defensive win rate, which I don't know exactly what the sweet spot is. Like, I think you generically want defense to be a little bit favored so you can fight for it for the round 5. You obviously don't want like a Gavutu, Outbagger, Fortress, Invasion, like 90-10 kind of deal going on. But 65, like 35, pretty solid. But either way, you want the defense for the round 5. You got to make sure you win them as well. So whoever kicks off on offense round 1, maybe look to push the pace, see if you can make things mixy. But overall, a very balanced control map. And this is lucky number 13 in a row.
Lucky number 13 on Friday the 13th. Spooky things. You know, I got married on Friday the 13th.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. What the f are you talking about, bruv? Full
Just
control.
thinking about it.
Full control. Here we go. Here we go. You'll never see a protocol on the CDL. You'll never see it. Just give up now. Find your happy place. And for many teams, the happy place is actually this map and mode. So far, so good. But yeah, we'll see if the sweet spot defense continues. Right now, LA Thieves, they're on D first. See if they can keep rolling.
I love the play call as well, right? I think they got the nades on the van to maybe make sure that explosion doesn't cost them. And it is a solo capture as well, so Gorilla's mate playing with an interesting idea to get pressure on a couple different corners of the map. Of course, when the dust settles, you don't have a tick of progress on B, you don't have a tick of progress yet on A, and you do have a Hydra in your spawn. Gone down though. Priest and Kismet drop them, so you got a little bit of pressure on the map, and maybe Sky setting up for some spawn kills. So a weird opening break. A lot of dust has to settle, but when things clear up, Gorilla's made in control.
Out in the desert, there's tons of dust, or as some folks call it, sand. Others hate it. You know who loves it right now? The Gorillas, mate. A little bit of love towards B. Segments of A, it's complete. See you later, folks. 2 minutes, 11 seconds to play, and kills all over the board.
Gorilla's made Al Gaib. I don't really know what any of that means, but I watched the movie. It was a lot of fun, and you got 2 minutes to win an offensive round, and you do have a life advantage as well. And Sky's almost certainly going to get caught on the cross. One good slide to make it in. Guess whose shot is on point? Scrap, as always, keeping things under control.
Yeah, he's a shooter. He really is. He's the low man over by B. Linz gets cut out of spawn. Can't even get into the fight. That's so unfortunate. His. You know he's in there. You've got to check a couple of dirty little angles. Can Scrap get 2 out of this? Nah. Reinforcements on their way. Plenty of space to work with here. Envoy might pick up a ridiculous pinch. Yeah, might. Answer is, yeah, he does. It's whoa! Nearly ridiculous.
That's 6 in a row for Priesta, by the way. I don't know if he's got the cruise missile yet, but he had like the 3 segments captured as well. So Priesta might be able to double down on the Hellstorm. He got one on the rewind as well, and you can see he is just a kill away. Unfortunately for him, every single player that has ever tried to cross to spawn has gotten gunned down. Thieves are not that team.
Nah, not that team. And at the pro level, when they don't miss shots like that, it's gonna happen. Massive turnaround here from the Thieves. Pressure's there. Kill department, though, still very even. Less than a minute here in the opening round. Kismet is doing what he can to break this hold, and that's one way of getting it done. Nice trades back and forth. A nice 2 from Kiz. He's broke this setup wide open. Will he check the right? Oh, he's never going to read Envoy in that position. I love it. Ghosty from upstairs might catch that. Doesn't catch it. 99 Kiz brought down to a good solid 95 there in that life.
Yeah, talk about Envoy being in the spot where you need him to be as soon as you need him to.
Non, mais non, mais non. Désolé, désolé.
Depart one way or another, but again, Envoy just a cheeky off angle to be hidden, ends up getting the intel on Kismet before he can make it across. And with a 4-man wipe and feed like that, 12 seconds left, that's going to be a very clutch round for LA Thieves on defense, doing the easier things right.
All the easy things done, making it look easy as well. Is it done? Is it okay? Over? Is it complete? Not point 2, not over yet. Scrap. A sweet nade here. There are no trophy systems in play just yet. I think Sky's, got it out in time. The nade does connect. It takes care of Priesta. 1 segment gone at B. Hydra on the flank. Will anyone watch it? My God, no! They left the point!
Hey, if it happens with my ranked play teammates, it'll happen in the CDL. That's when you just laugh off.
They left the point. Oh no. It was 0.2 seconds on a round. They were making the comeback. Oh no. That's really tough. That's a Christmas miracle for the LA Thieves. You'll take that.
In fairness, though, I think Gorillas may give them a small shout out just for the fact that they were able to get that extra tick. But yes, an awkward moment. Honestly, not that it makes a bit of difference. You got a guy top art, you got Hydra working the flank. You were getting off that point anyway. So the more important thing is that they got that 4-man wipe and at least put the pressure on. Maybe a little unfortunate that trophy, I think, was just a split second too late as well. And you can see Scrap having fun, doing 360s to go for these nades.
Okay. Nice start here on the defense for Gorillas, mate.
Oh no.
It was. It's still fine. Quick solid hold there at B. Hydra is the only unaccountable variable we have here on the roll, and that's a problem. Difficult to hold on. Hydra, that's disgraceful. 3-piece. Now he's in your spawn.
At least Lynch shot back. I mean, that's the good news. Bad news, yeah, worst case scenario. The interesting thing is how many players are going to stack on this A zone for LA Thieves. By the look of it, it's just going to be 2. So they're not going to be playing heavy for the kills right now. They're just going to make sure they keep the pressure on. Hydra does get dealt with, but by the time you do, honestly, Gorillas, mate, they're going to be here to get him off the zone. So opportunity still here on the defensive end. Gorillas, mate, keep things up.
Keeping it up. Not clearing out that final segment at A. You're going to hold on to that for a mo. Living life on the edge. We can add the title dangerously to the name Gorillas, mate, at some point. Kids, nice damage. Oh, not enough, though. Ghosty wins that fight. It's a sort of tease. It's a little temptation. Dive on in, boys. Just finish the point. Linz is here. 3 in the feed. No questions asked. I kind of like it. We're living well dangerously. Final 30 seconds. Nice shots from Linz. 8 and 11. He's battling back, but 1 man gets in on A. 1 man gets out. It's still on Envoy as well, who's trying to make the play happen. He's hurting, though. But he's not alone. He's got Hydra with him, too.
They just lost Hydra, though. Yeah, nice little cheeky flank to go around, but Hydra is by himself and does get taken care of. I mean, this is the moment. Again, you had 4 ticks in round number 1. If you're Gorillas, mate, get them off this point. Don't give him anything. And, I mean, now Scrap maybe forced to go for some flanks, and it ends up going perfectly for him, but less than 10 on the clock.
Less than 10. He has to win this fight. He has to get on the point. Number 4 is also going to make the play. Ghosty, will he be able to go in on towards the zone? Linz can't win it. A's gone. 9 lives for the Thieves and a minute to rock.
Yeah, this could be a 10v9. If you're going to win an offensive round, doing it in the TDM fashion might be the way. LA Thieves have spread the map as well, so they're the ones in control of the pace. And they're under control of Underground as well. Ghosty kicking the play off.
Yeah, trophies, everything, you name it. Ghosty's going to be chilling here for a mo. He's got some space to work with his teammates here. Backs on up. I like this. Play for the control. Play for the guarantee. You want the segments. You're still trying to fight for defense round 5.
Nuisance, though, that is Kismet. He's just dragging this attention down, and now the pressure of the clock ticking is that much more. You're looking for at least a single tick as well, if not just the round from LA Thieves, but Kismet continues to thrive.
Yeah, the thriving is done. Can Skies thrive? Oh, the answer is maybe. Tagged up. Envoy's there for it. 18 seconds to go. Scrap on the pinch. Can he stay alive? The answer is nay. Brought down. Linz catches another loss man, Hydra. And this, wait a minute. 10 seconds. 1v1.
I mean, he's going to get this extra tick, too. Yeah, if they didn't have it before, I mean, you'd have been happy for the win. I don't know. I mean, this is a small thing in the grand scheme of things, but I think that side out might have secured the extra tick if they didn't already have it. So a wild round indeed, but at the end of the day, I mean, we are truly just tied up 1-1, but I'll tip it to Kismet on that one. With how bad things were looking, he really started to pop off towards the latter half of that round. I think Kismet might be sitting on 17 or 18 kills at the moment.
He had a terrible COD timing moment as well, where he was watching that sort of P3 door, and Scrap just pulls around the corner, hits him in the back, helps them get presence on and capture the A zone. Little things again like that, it just hurts. The makings of brilliance are there for the Gorillas, mate, but it's just a bit of magic for the Thieves. What can they conjure up in this round? LA Thieves on defense, and a slow attack here from the Gorillas, mate. Looking good so far on A.
This is perfectly played by Skies. He ends up getting caught and overwhelmed, but he was dealing with 3 players, so he does his job. But as the hallway gets opened up, it looks like no one in time was able to pick it up, and Gorillas may get wiped off the map. You can actually see there the tick advantage. Well, just because they get this first one on A, they were tied up for their first 2 rounds.
Mate!
But this is just devastating.
That's really tough. Hydra shouldn't be winning gunfights like that, but he is. And now he's in Yao spawn, and he's doing a lap. He's going to catch these 2 players out in a moment. The timing will be ideal. Hydra. Oh my god. Now the dives. Now from down low, up top, we're watching the worldwide tour of Paco. Less than a minute to go.
It's not just him. It's also an envoy crawling in your spawn.
Oh, this is so annoying. You got to pump the brakes, find a corner. Hopefully they walk into it. Kids, will you get it? Yeah, finally. 3 down in the feed. That should be the A zone as well. Gorillas, mate. The shenanigans have been put to bed. Now it's time to do the work.
And once again, they're going for players trying to sneak through on the cross. That's Priesta that was trying it, and once again, it is Scrap in the kill feed that is absolutely locking it down. So Gorillas mate constantly just praying that they can get someone behind enemy lines. That's been their goal. Now Kismet is trying to take that route, and he wins it. So this is the moment. This is what Gorillas mate are looking to get active with.
Oh, he's got to find at least a couple more here. He knows the boys are going to be on him. Pick a corner, any corner. Take these fights as best you can. Hydra spots him out. And here comes the next man. See how hard this place is to play from. And Kismet abandoning the top spot for now. This might be a fantastic move. Can he catch the guy on the back door? No. Ghosty once again back into his perch. Happy to be up there.
2 life advantage though, and you got Linz putting pressure on the flank. So Gorillas mate are just forcing Thieves to respond to every single angle. Priest is winning gunfights on top of the hill, and well, someone wasn't able to cover double doors to that play. It just gets broken down.
Yeah, cut off. Mid-map spree ended though. Hydra's going to be taken care of. Kiz trying to keep that pressure up. 22 and 17 from Kismet so far. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Look at the player icon low right. Ghosty's going to be the man there on zone. Not going to leave it. He's have to be pulled off of it into the afterlife.
Nice standoff. He loves it.
Oh, he's got another one. Oh, I jinxed it. Oh, boy, nice shots. Linz at range, no good. Actually, the damage was sensational, but no one had to pick it up. Over by the zone. Is this enough to get Skies in? Priesta finds his as well. Hydra now on the contest. Taken care of. That's the power of Omni movement. Prone, lying down, you name it. Weird angles, finding kills all over the place. Last chance here in the round for the Gorillas, mate.
And 77, and they're stopping the clock as well. No trophy there on the palm trees, though. 6v6, Kismet's on the point. They're winning the gunfights. This could be it.
Hydra's trying to find one more of these sneaky kills to just end it. Can he get it done? One sec down. Hydra, look for the tiny pixel. Priest down. Oh, but the trophy! What a move from Kiz! Lives are gone. Ghosty over the top. Stops the capture dead in its tracks, and the second segment doesn't complete.
It's a 3v2, though. Trade out these kills. You just got to trade it out. Don't stack up. Don't get double killed. You get the trades. They're trying to stack it. Force the pressure. There's one trade. The final man standing is Ghosty. This could be the offensive win.
This is a big offensive win, but Ghosty's on a wrap. Ghosty on the flank. Ghosty! Does he get a buy? No, he doesn't. What a round, Gorillas, mate.
That's a very quick, let's go, baby, out of Priesta, but this ain't done. You did the 35% work. You still got to clutch up on your defense.
That was so close. If we had hit markers in Codcaster, it would have been screeching at us. Wow, what a round. And you called to make the offensive round win. Statistically, way more likely to win defense. That is a big moment for Gorillas, mate.
And again, not an insane amount, though. Like, make no mistakes, as far as control goes, it is very close to being balanced. There's an advantage for defense. And of course, well, you're going to get the defense for the round 5. Gorillas, mate, almost certainly will, should we go there. But you clutch this one up. I mean, you win the game. So their odds of taking down a map, pretty good in this moment. And Kismet has been a monster. No 360s now out of scrap. He's 22-23. He's trying to lock in.
Has he found Lins? Yeah. You saw the barrel.
Oh my god, Jackal, hell yeah.
Spat on Ghosty from up top now. A lot of players here for the Gorillas' main position. Kills all over the board. Ghosty's going to hit the tactical retreat, find an angle, and get a little lucky. Love these shots. Good work. Now trying to bounce back. His teammates found a couple more. What a survival moment there from the Thieves.
Oh yeah, I mean, the Jackal is just so good. SMGs are blessed. And Envoy showing off the goods is why. That is great comms rolling through for Envoy to react to, and he eventually just gets overwhelmed. Gorillas, mate, keeping Thieves pushed back. 42 seconds left on the game clock. 0 progression on the objective.
It's such a strong defensive hold there. Gorillas, mate. Starting to lose their footing defensively. Envoy and Hydra now through the back. One man on A, stops the clock for just a second. Lins is there for the pickup. Can he get away with his life? No. Hydra alive and kicking. He's the solo capture.
Well, his entire team is going to be here as well to help him out. So they pick up the time. He's able to push out, but they're not walking through the front just yet. They're working on the flanks, and you can just see nades and stuns landing everywhere. Overwhelmed. Envoy's a shooter, but he does get traded out, and Thieves now down to 20 seconds. They are desperate for this A zone.
No bailout this time. Skies caught out with a tough angle. The pinch is complete. You're able to get onto the zone. No, you're not. Lins, Priest, and Kismet, they're all there. Hydra last man. Kiz with the dive from the top. Waits for his boys. One last chance. That might have been it. Can the Thieves get in? Can the Thieves stay alive? Can the Thieves get on the time? No, it's a 3-1. The Gorillas, mate, get on the board.
The dub these guys were looking for, they came to play. I'm not trying to be too hard on them, but I'm still haunted by the mistakes that we're making on Rewind. If not for that slow start, what we could have been talking about. But what we can talk about is the lifeline in this series. Still the opportunity to pull things off, maybe force a game 5. We still got to get past LA Thieves in the hard point, and it is the absolute slugfest of a map we're going to be going to in a Skyline hard point.
We called it at the start of the matchup. This was a favorable look for the Thieves. After watching the rewind, though, I don't think so anymore. I really do believe Gorillas' mates have got the life in them. They've got the energy, they've got the skill, and they can force us a game 5. After that, who knows? But man, these highlights, good looks, man. Good looks. The Gorillas, mate, a fantastic showing there in the 3-1 victory. Admittedly, it could have been 3-0 if they hadn't walked off the point there in the start round. Yeah, we'll see that again. That was a tough one. Literally a moment of minor miscommunication. And with 0.2 seconds on the clock, you've really got to glue yourself to it.
And I think in my mind, I'd probably tip it to Kismet for the MVP, so much so that like his trophies were getting kills when he was inside the hill soaking up time. But I just like the Gorillas, mate, when like they're playing A, never really was thriving. Like, they had maybe 2 players, Skies and Kismet, that were able to get inside of Art and sort of force that spawn out, but that got nullified very quickly. They were just able to fall back on plan B, take things nice and slow, leave one player on the zone, let everybody else pick up the kills, and a little bit more effective in that regard. And here's one of the few moments where they get broken down, just, you know, legs sticking out a little bit too far from Skies. But, I mean, these guys battled even when these were putting on the pressure. But it really just is this offensive winning. Ghosty,
Man.
how close he was.
Man, again, because all he could hit there of Skies was his head towards the end. And the 2-piece machine Envoy, we've seen him there at the U side of the map so many times, picking up pieces like that. And the bailout plays have been quite a sort of a strong theme chance, a strong moment that we're seeing in BO6. Not in this game. Not in that vault. This battle continues. We're going to be treated, folks, to an absolute engagement-heavy bloodbath on Skyline. A moment for the Gorillas, mate, to just calm for a second. Recalculate, refocus. Also keep that fire going, man. They're hot right now.
Yeah, and, you know, maybe saying Kismet for MVP for that map, but keep in mind Priest as well has been pretty hot in the hard points. A horrifically slow start on the rewind, but I mean, he ends up delivering, getting a cruise missile, soaking up the time. He got nearly 2 minutes collected. And of course, as bad as that start was, it was one hill. That first P4, they got the full 60, they stabilized the game, and they turned it into a fight. And from what we've seen since then, they've been fighting the entire time, right? Going toe-to-toe. They're going to have to bring that on the Skyline because, again, this is not a map where you have a single moment to breathe. Certainly not at the pro level. Just keep in mind, P2, we're not closing any of the doors. There's no, like, sort of money hills. You're going to have to work for every single second that you get on this time. It's going to be a fun one to watch.
No breath, only Gunny. We'll see a lot of that. Look for solid breaks, man. Both teams looking good in the breaks department. LA Thieves in particular, getting the hardpoint warriors so far in BO6. Only a week into play, really. But they have certainly set the pace. And in scrims as well. That's been the story from the coaches. LA Thieves very, very strong in the mode. We'll see how well they can fare on the map. Or the Gorillas may chance. This is it. Their time to shine. They've garnered an incredible fan base. Of course, Kotaga, we know you're watching. Brought the entire French fandom along with them. We'll see if they can pull out a big win and a major upset for that superb fan base. Gorillas, mate, looking to force the game 5. Can they find a win here on Skyline? Fist bumps are out. This is going to be good.
I'm looking forward to seeing Kismet play on this map as well. I don't know what reputation he has amongst the community sentiment, but he had a few years Vanguard MW2 where he was Mr. Do It All, ill-timed soaker. He can do everything, and I can see his classes that reflection. He was locked in. He was in the firing range, keeping the gunny. Talking about the best competitors we have in the CDL, Kismet. Again, the Bulldog, when he barks, the bite is always there to follow up.
Yeah, it's nice to have the dogs back in P-Dog and Kismet. Will those dogs get barking here on Skylines? Yeah, it's a nice first blood. Kismet, Lin's in the feed, an open hard point. There you go, kills all over, but it all can change rapidly here on Skyline. No chance to get comfortable, no chance to get cozy, only violence.
That's some extra aim showing up the kill feed as well. I mean, Kismet rocking it, I'm assuming just for the opening break, or maybe even just a hill-specific thing, but gotta pay attention to that in the kill feed. A lot of different teams with a lot of different strategies on this map, and right now, Thieves, their strategy, let Hydra flank and open up the map for you. It's gonna be a near 4-man wipe. Thieves maintaining the spawns, able to get inside that time.
Hydra died twice, and he thought, yeah, I'm not taking the AR fights anymore, I'm hitting the vents. Take note, teammates. Hydra's still kicking. He goes to the Envoy, doing what they can. P2's on its way, and the battle's still going. No one has full control yet. Spawn's good there for the LA Thieves. Scrap catches one out. This could be a good look here for the red team.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised those two LA Thieves players spawned in the back. I thought Gorilla's mate would have been able to block it, and unfortunate for Gorilla's mate, wasn't blocking a thing. Thieves consistently hold out the left side. They've got everything covered. Skies, though, wins a big gunfight. Skies, the best wall bangs in the CDL, bar none. Finds a way to get the guy out at a time. That allows Kismet to jump on it and prowl, putting on on the pressure, getting the back spawns, the SMGs, Kismet and Lins getting after it for a P2 break.
Great break, and only 19 seconds really gained there for the Thieves, so this is a wonderful time for the Gorillas, mate. Get yourselves in there, boys. Hold on. Looking for the new hard point as well. Thieves chalked 2 over to 3. They're set up and ready to go. Table set. In 5 seconds, the hard point is served.
And they might just be cleaning up for dinner as well. Scrap getting those first 2 kills. One of those sort of devastating moments. Is a 30-point gap, but looking clean so far on P3. Hydra at least drags 1 to the grave, but the battle for Hot Tub is an important one. Lin's going to be that cutoff man.
Lins. Priest there with a break. In we go. Lins flying high. Hydra now. He's onto the feed. 2. Hydra. Woohoo! Skies wins it just. Envoy picking up damage. No kills. Wow, Scrap's in now. Can anyone find the trades? Can anyone keep this going? Yeah, non-stop. Here on P3.
It's the better spawns though for LA Thieves. It's the better spawns and the extra kill, but a 2-piece for a Hydra and a 3-piece for the Lins. The man strikes back.
LA, he finds 3. That was a disgusting 3. Through the back line once again, Kismet getting his over to the next hard point we go. My goodness, though, the Gorillas mate a long way to go. Thieves in position again. Can we see another break?
Oh, Kismet's on top of things, but Hydra from the depths below able to give you 2. Envoy feeling the pressure because Gorillas mate, I mean, they're crawling through these back spawns, but it's not easy to break down from either direction, getting the players inside, but they're getting picked apart. 4 wipe in the feed. LA Thieves, who needs the spawns? They got the hilltop.
Here comes the space. Hydra forward. Skies done. That's a big 3. Now another 4. Perfect back-to-back plays from the LA Thieves.
Yeah, rinse and repeat and square them up for another one. Welcome to the piano spawn blender. And you know Hydra's going to be behind you. And Gorillas mate have just pumped the brakes that they stopped trying to cross the middle of the map. Talk about a moment where they're starting to feel the heat.
Starting to lose it as well. That's the lead change, and now a massive bit of uncontested time. Hydra there in the hard point. Allows the rest of the boys to bump their way forward. Spawns have now flipped. Perfect awareness once again, but you're going back to P1 after the first go around. Good looks out the Gorillas. But the lead change towards the final moments of the end there has sent Scrap onto a 7 spree. No Hellstorm for him though.
And you just can't get anything extra. This is Thieves with a hot hand. Theodore try to open up P1 with the 2-piece, but instead, well, you try to run through grass, Hydra cuts it down. You try to run through bed, Hydra's got that too. You're forced to go up top, and that's into the AR hands of Dylan Envoy. I mean, Thieves, talk about a shift in momentum. Gorillas mate gotta find a way to get out, and there's the 4 kills they were looking for. A breath of fresh air and a little bit of space on the map to work with, but obviously, long way to go.
Hey, big wins. Trades though. Thieves starting to bleed out a little here on the fight. They've got close spawns there by Piano. They're going to be able to reinforce quickly. Final 10 seconds going the way of Gorillas mate so far. P2 in the hands of the Thieves. They're set up on the top side. Ghosty in position now as well. New hard point. Ready to go. Thieves, what have you got?
Well, can you strike back? It was a P2 break that really set Gorillas mate apart at the start of this game. A necessity for them now, and they block the spawns. Hydra completely out of the picture, but every one of his teammates provides the battle for the time. Scrap keeping things active, but Gorillas mate, at the very least, they are making this mixy.
A real split spawn as well. Oh, Skies with a dive. 3 the feed. Cleaned up. 35 seconds left on P2. You'll take it. Lin still on the far side of the map. That's going to be a problem. Can he get a kill out of this? He can't. But that's time. Bought for his boys. Gorillas mate able to get back in this.
Well, that's a big win, though, from Envoy to get things in the mix, but it is just the blender now of a P2, and Lins is there for the clearance. 22 in 14. This man's trying to put on a show.
Oh, that's timing. That's unfortunate there for Priester. Over the kitchen once again. Last time we were in the kitchen, it was absolutely rocking. P2, lead change. Gorillas mate back in this.
They're just getting shot down along the way. They're going to be just funneled into this spawn. Envoy I mean, trying to keep these guys in a blender, trying to work the hallway. Scrap's going to call it out, but as they drop down low, modifying the timing. They got an LA Thieves out of the hill. They clean up Scrap as well. Nice little break in that moment, and Linz again gives you the two-piece in the feed, but there is no time to breathe on Skyline. Both teams just scrapping to try to get this P3 time.
I'm glad you brought up Scrap, Chance. We're now going to go for a listen-in with the LA Thieves.
One more outer, Caesar. Up them, Scrap. I've been Enter. That's outer. Last one. He's their son. Take a shot. Let's roll. Wait. One shot. Not weak. Nice. One going 7 steps. I might have spawned him out though. Yeah, one piano probably.
Yeah, one's by the back.
That's one close girl. We should go down.
Deep, by the way.
Deep got them. I have jacuzzi. They have to go top. They have to go top. Little bit, one shot.
How do I get this?
Behind you a little bit. Through the back. Little bit. Nice. Missing Linz. I spawned him. Love going top.
Yo, out of back.
One shot. Shitter. I'll hold it. Little bit. One more hold. Did we kill him? Oh, we did.
Yo, top in.
Be in the back. This is last one. This is for the map.
What I mean? Yo, low left.
I'll come.
Stone.
I have my front. You're my front. One shot. No, back. Too many bed. Too low bed. I have low bed. Say that. Back wins. One shot. Two front. One bed. Or back. Nice. Cole's right. Shitter. I'm banging. One top in. Top mid. Weak. Delta back then. Nice. Top mid. Only 2 by time.
I don't see top mid.
Low bed. He dropped low bed and one shot out. Only 2 times. Okay. Yo, 2 front. They don't like one front. I spawned out. In bed weak. Heard you.
Shitter.
Ben Caesar. I'm in 1 shot. 2 on time. And low bed. 2 on time. Lynn's going wood. 2 hit out wood and 1 spawn bed. 2 hit out wood. Yeah, wood right out bed. 1 more wood, 1 bed. On new.
One more wood then.
On new. Oh no, I'm trying to roll. On new dead.
Full stars.
New dead.
Nice.
I'm top mid. I'll actually get right. I'll get right. Yeah, I'll get top mid then.
Why am I supposed to
Be a little bit. Nothing low right. I didn't need anything. So much. I need help. I have your bed. He's gonna challenge him.
I'm good.
I'm
low.
AC.
Well, you hear it from Ghosty, some of the best comms in the game, and he said that P4 hold would have been for the map, and Gorilla's mate, take it from them. We're keeping things active. The fight is still on, and the P1, Gorilla's mate have control.
Wonderful work out of Gorilla's mate. And they're doing what they can to walk the walk. Kismet for Spree. Holding the hard point now alone. Opportunity to get right back into this and take the lead back. P2's looking sweet as well. Hydra's playing himself into a dirty little position. Gets his. Fights his way forward. Brought down again. And it is Linz. Linz in the feed at 33.
And we have seen time and time again, Gorilla's mate have set themselves apart on P2 because of the breaks that they were able to get. Now it's going to be a desperation hold in the two-piece machine that has been Linz all game. Delivers smooth moves and 37 kills. Will it be enough?
Spewing comms. Holding on a P2. Now through the front door. Priester with a detonate. Can he keep at bay? From down low as well. Thieves looking for one decent break. There's the contest. Here comes the slide. Kills all over the place. Thieves break. Skies, can he find any? One down. Break is there. Thieves are in.
That is instantaneous, and they are gonna keep and maintain this lead. Unfortunate team kill. Gonna slow down the push. Gorilla's mate trying to hit it through both angles, but they don't block the spawn. You got the reinforcements, but now it's just Envoy by his lonesome, and he is simply overwhelmed. P2 has been a bloodbath, as has this game. It's not just Linz that's gonna get a 40 bomb. Scrap is there too.
Scrap fighting for it as well. Kiz puts it all on the line. Ghosty now brought down. Trade's done. Spawn's bad. Envoy the only man on the point right now. The Thieves have got a journey to get across, and Kiz wins his big one over to Hydra. Hard point now at the ready, and this is for the game.
And he's just checked everything. He's got his teammates pushed out the hot tub. Good side doesn't matter for this rotation just yet. It's the battle for the time. And Hydra cannot get it. Kismet somehow finds the way to get inside. Gorilla's mate might just tie this game up.
Is with a break. Lead change. Here we go. Ghosty waiting for the boys. Has to find the angle there. Envoy takes a quick dip. You got Linz from upstairs brought down. Here we go. One good break's all you need for the Thieves. There's the entry. 3, 4, all down.
They've crushed the timing, and they catch Linz as well. Look at that spawn awareness. Scrap going to check for the block. They got it. Everybody turn around. We got him in the trap.
Got him in the trap. We cannot win the game here, but we can look towards a new hard point as well. That's where the Gorilla's mate are going for, trying to find something on the other side. Oh, Skies! Can you get it? Yes! A break at the last possible moment, but the hard point is not yours. Far right-hand side of the minimap. Thieves are on the run.
Ghosty, I think he's just a prophet. It comes down to P4. This is for the game, and it's Hydra that might just seal it. Everybody dead, wiped off the map. That might just be game.
That is it. Hydra calls it. Contest. Envoy. Priesta. It's not over yet. Holding it down. Linz is in. It's not over yet. Linz is in. Holding the point. The contest. One more kill. Kiss me down. My God, what a hard point.
Dios mío.
The headphones are already gone. What a game. And Kiz's head in his lap. What an unbelievable map. I don't believe what we've just seen. We're going to need a replay.
Dude, and you can see how much Gorilla's mate wanted that game 5. A battle on the skyline, but just like map 1, it is a heartbreaker. You just had too much ice on Thieves time and time again. The fact that they got inside and that Priestess started winning those extra gunfights is unreal. But for anyone that was keeping track of the stats, no shade, but Envoy was getting worked in the kills department. Admittedly, he had 2+ minutes in the hill. He was responsible for the objective all that time he was soaking up that at one point he was 11 and 29. Guess who got the 2-piece to call game at the end? It is Envoy. 2+ minutes, 7 of his 18 kills were on the objective. But it's not about how many kills you get, it's about how big of an impact. And Envoy, that is exactly what he's there for. That is incredible work. One of the best hard points we have ever seen. We keep delivering with all these lit hard points coming out of LA Thieves. Poor nade shot. His heart probably exploded.
Look at the line. From P4 to P4, as close as it could have possibly been. My goodness. Skyline, you delivered. The LA Thieves win the series. But the Gorillas, mate, this is one hell of a matchup. 241, 6-3, 249, as close as a series can get when it comes to these two teams. Did not see that coming, folks. Did not see that series being that close. I don't think the Deaths did either. We need a break.
Excellent game number 4 breakdown there as we
That was
Can we
insane.
just get a best of 7 between these two teams?
I would love that. I mean, 2 electrifying hard points. I was walking into the studio here at the end of that hard point. I said, "What the hell?"
Are we going
happened?
to game 5?
Like, please, can we see that again?
All right, this is our scuff play of the game because we couldn't figure out what was happening. Here it is one more time. The final minute of this last hard point. As you just saw in the graph, they were tied together, toe and toe the entire way. Hero play from Skies to open things up.
I mean, the fact that it even got to 249 in the first place is insane because we started walking in at this point. Hydra gets 2, Ghosty combines for 3rd, Envoy finds the last. You're like, all right, GG, LA Thieves has done it. But the closest players is going to be in Priest and Skies. They slide in, are able to hit that contest, and it's Envoy and his 16 kills with the most important 2 at the end.
And what got crazy there is, so they get all the kills. If you're LA Thieves, you're like, okay, they only have 6 seconds. Like, we're gonna push out, right? There's no way they can break us. Well, what happens is Priest and Skies get through. They break in at the very end, so they lost the spawn. So now LA Thieves has to come from the front and make a miracle happen. And lo and behold, Hydra can't even believe it. He doesn't even understand what just happened, and it's Envoy who is getting cooked closing out the game.
And you have to think all of them were dead. Hydra was dead. Ghosty was dead. So they're like sitting back thinking, oh no, we
Everybody's watching
absolutely
him.
socked it. And then Envoy pulls out a 2-E to get the final point.
Congratulations,
Wow.
LA
Good deal.
Thieves, for the most entertaining hardpoint win of the season. Definitely the most exciting matchup in the grand finals I am now cheering for at the end of stage 1.
Right?
That was ridiculous.
That was crazy.
Moving forward, can LAG right the ship that we mentioned? You got Optic moving forward. You are going to have to run into Toronto before you get to Major 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at this performance here, and you think about like the hard points where you probably need the most improvement. You're like, Linz looked phenomenal if you're LAG. You are happy about that. He can somewhat fill the shoes of Hydra. We just have to figure out how to close out these HPs, which we saw on that map number 1. If they didn't start off so slow, they would have won that rewind, maybe an entirely different series. So respawn-wise, they look way better than last week.
Stats Wizards, please correct me, but I'm pretty sure Linz just broke the kill record with 42 in that same game. His 42 was broken by Scrap. 43 kills for Scrap, and his fellow joins us live right now to talk about it. We got Dan Ghosty in. Dan, congratulations on another win. You guys are living up to the hype. But today, you guys had the most exciting hardpoint series we have ever seen. Can you talk to us about the final moments of that game 4? What was going on in the comms?
Honestly, they weren't too crazy. I just called that I had all the front, and we just really didn't have all the front, and that's all there is to it. It was pretty calm though.
It's good to hear that the comms have kind of chilled, especially with such a high-octane team on your side. I want to ask, though, about the hard points, because you guys are easily the best hardpoint team in the game right now. LAG lost both their hard points to Carolina, however, it was really, really close in the series. Did you see that coming from the LAG mates?
I mean, you never know what to expect with any team, and straight up, we've just been super sick this week, so I'm honestly surprised we played that hard and it was so intense, but we definitely made a lot of mistakes.
Right.
Congratulations on the win, Ghosty, and congrats on the early success, man. You guys have looked ridiculous. I want to ask you, last year, you teamed a bunch of young guys, right? Guys who haven't won too many championships, and you were the slayer for the roster. And now you're back in a situation where you kind of have to be the guy who's giving out the comms, playing a little bit slow, soaking up all that time. How do you feel going back to that role? How's it been so far?
I wouldn't really quite say that I'm entirely going back to that role. I kind of think all of us are capable of doing it. It just so happens that I'll probably do it a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I wouldn't think it's as intense as it was my first rookie year, but definitely something similar.
Dan, how fun is it playing with this squad?
Definitely real fun. We're always giggling, even when we're losing, so it's definitely real fun.
Can I get your prediction? Who are you playing against in the grand finals at the end of stage 1?
Well, we gotta make it there, of course, but I'm saying Optic for sure.
Optic, I like that call out. We will see Optic versus Vancouver. How do you see that series going?
I got Optic 3-1.
Boom. All right, that's Dan Ghosty. Congrats on the win, and I think you got a good prediction as well.
Thank you, appreciate y'all.
We'll see him in a bit. All right, we're done with one, but we got 3 more matches to go. And Cloud9 New York are going to be looking for against Minnesota. That is match number 2 on the day. Don't go anywhere.
On voit ton nombril, frère. On voit mon nombril. Mon nombril, là. T'aimes mon coup? Non, pas Monsieur Wings. Monsieur Poulet. Mais je fais le bug ou wesh? Moon, t'es nul. Ah, il a marre, ça y est.
The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
Regarde-moi toi, Monsieur Wings, ça fait quoi?
De
quoi? Tu veux trop mon buzz? Ça fait quoi, Monsieur Wings? Là, il y a moi, Ajib, Anas. Moon rejoint. Ah, il y a Moon, mon camarade. On est au restaurant et on vient de rentrer. Mais non, ça a mangé quoi? Imbécile. Apparemment non. Un gros filet de bœuf. Mais t'es pas vegan, Landry? Le mec abuse. Mais t'es pas vegan toi de base? Toi t'aimes la viande toi? Landry viens non Landry, bien joué. Zuno. Après monsieur il est un peu occupé. Les deux. Ah oui c'est vrai le poulet. J'avais oublié ça. J'avais appelé le poulet.
Don't think it be like it does, but it do. But it do, baby.
Mais le bag se bug. Je ne sais pas, peut-être plus tard si on va vas-y André. Il peut pas me souvenir. C'est l'ancienne. Change de vote dans Dans 10 minutes.
I got some
D'accord,
vocals on
man.
it. Sometimes.
Ok, pueden estar los dos. Q game forklift.
Je pense qu'on va prendre les balles.
Sí, no sé, Q que está Q solo.
Forklift.
Que no,
Los dos en forklift, estoy esperando a Hotchan.
Solo dos si
Pues,
quieres.
¿cómo? ¿On quitte ou...
They watch us play Searchlight then? Oh my god, they're
Obviously having a big performance there over at that train hill. This guy is looking to finally really pick it up. He's had a few slower maps, but I guess he's finally caught his bearings. Now 16 and 9. The issue on
Vas-y Moon, elle connaît tous les jeux.
Uno,
On peut jouer à 5.
C'est bon, j'ai créé les mecs. C'est bon, j'ai créé, venez. Attendez, j'arrive. T'arrives où? Tu habites où? Ah, je venais à Maranas. J'ai créé.
On voit pas ta partie de là.
Je sais pas.
Ah non, je vois celle d'Adjib. Ouais, je vois celle d'Adjib, elle est toujours en cours. T'as lancé ta partie?
Je sais pas, normal. Comment j'ai quitté? Il manque que Moon. Moon, t'es où? Je sais pas, Moon. C'est que ça marche, vous?
Mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir. L'heure est grave. Hier, il s'est passé pas mal de choses et sans rien vous cacher, je suis assez choqué de la tournure qui a pris la vidéo que j'ai postée hier. J'ai eu beaucoup de réactions négatives en dessous de cette vidéo et j'ai compris en fait que vous n'avez tout simplement pas compris ce que je voulais dire dans cette vidéo. Et déjà, au lieu de rejeter la faute sur vous, je vais plutôt rejeter la faute sur moi et me dire qu'en fait c'est tout juste moi qui me suis mal exprimé et c'est pour ça que vous avez eu autant de réactions. Parce que déjà, salut à toi, j'espère que la vidéo et Zakaria, on se retrouve dans le panneau avec cette vidéo que je voulais en réalité, je voulais susciter de la réaction dans cette vidéo, c'est pour ça que j'ai mis cette petite j'ai le niveau procédé. Les personnes qui me suivent depuis pas mal de temps maintenant, que ce soit tous les jours en live, que ce soit au niveau de mes vidéos, vous le savez, et je parle pas à vous parce que c'est pas en réalité vous qui avez commenté en dessous de mes vidéos, que des personnes qui me connaissent à peine, qui me suivent depuis quelques temps, ils ne savent pas comment je me comporte, comment je parle en réalité, et loin de moi d'être une personne qui est arrogante et de m'auto-proclamer procédé. Encore une fois, c'est l'inverse. Je suis une personne qui me remet beaucoup en question et qui a plutôt tendance à se rabaisser qu'à directement dire je suis...
Oh les racistes!
Avant de commencer, je tenais à vous dire que je suis banni de Twitch. Toutes les personnes qui étaient présentes au live hier savent pourquoi j'ai été banni. J'ai tout simplement pété un câble. C'est la première fois que je fais ça, je ne fais jamais ce genre de réaction. Mais c'était un trop-plein, je pense. Donc j'ai pété un câble. Donc pendant une semaine, je suis banni de Twitch. Donc je tiens à présenter mes excuses à toutes les personnes qui m'attendaient aujourd'hui en live et qui vont attendre aussi dans les prochains jours. Je suis banni de Twitch, donc je ne pourrai pas live pendant une semaine et également vous ne pouvez pas regarder les rediffusions parce que en fait je suis inexistant au lieu de Twitch. En fait, quand tu es banni de Twitch, ton compte est inexistant, il est en mode fantôme. Donc même si tu tapes ça 40 centimes, tu ne trouveras. Maintenant concernant la vidéo, j'ai mis un titre qui est attaqué. Je pensais que c'était obvious pour certaines personnes que ce titre-là c'est moi qui est plus fort que Scrap et non l'inverse. Tu pourrais te dire ça. Correctement.
Going up against Minnesota ain't going to be easy. They're 2-0 and they've been looking good across all modes.
117, Allie. But to be fair, it was versus LA Thieves in Optic, Texas. So like, if we kind of give them the same grace we give the rest of the league, then it's not necessarily that bad. But in a matchup against Minnesota, if they want to raise our expectations back up, they have to.
Let's talk about that Minnesota squad because in the pre-show, you mentioned Estriel didn't have his best week. If you watched him at the end of the previous title, I'd say he was the best player on his team. He was making the biggest plays. My question is, do you need him to play that same style? Because we've seen players evolve their role depending on who's around them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pressure on the SMGs in this game, Chris. So I'm going to say, yes, you need them to play that same style.
Okay.
You're not going to, like, if you look at their HPs, like even the one against Boston, came down to the wire where they had to make a massive play. And lo and behold, it was Estru who finds the last 2 kills. So we'll give him that credit. But you want to be able to close these out a bit easier. And then with the combo of their great search and destroy play, they can be one of the best teams. So excited to see if he can turn up.
We just saw 43 kills from Scrap, 42 from Lins. Alley Cat, as we take a look at these maps and modes, does anyone have potential to steal the kill record? We got Protocol for Hardpoint 1.
If we make it to Skyline Hardpoint map number 4, they maybe could break the kill record, but I think that might be a tall ask for these two teams.
Listen, man, C9 has not won a Vault Control, so why not try Protocol? This is what I don't understand. Once again, will we see a Protocol? Not today.
Protocol, the best map. If you ask Nameless, we have not seen it throughout our first 13 matches, and it's not happening here in match number 14. Nameless, though, out of his 14 matches, has been on fire. Did you just get the last one right? You did. You're already into double digits.
Let's go, baby.
Let's make it 11. Where are we going?
Let's go.
Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm going to go with Minnesota. I think Minnesota get it done in 5.
Minnesota in 5 again. Alley Cat.
I'm going to try and catch up here. I'm going to go with Cloud9. I believe in them this week.
I'm going to try and pass you. I'm copying the guy who's already got 10. I'm going with Ant's homework. Estriel, though, is going to have a better day here in week 2. The fans, let's see where they're going. Also feeling Minnesota. They're 2-0 versus 0-2. The math adds up. Does Cloud9 steal a win today, Maven?
We'll see. I mean, I think I'm with Allie in the sense, like, Rocker, you look at both their series, and Joe and I casted them. We've become the Rocker commentators, and it didn't look pretty at all times. I didn't think they were going to win most of the series, but then they pull it out. It happens once, you're like, okay, maybe it's made some big plays. It happens again, you're like, all right, I'm starting to believe a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, 2 Game 5 round 11s, 2 Vault hard points.
Moi, je suis pas en vrai, moi, pour
They're
comme ça, oui.
grinding games out, plain and simple.
Bah, c'est vrai.
They're finding a way to win, and that's what matters. On the other side for Cloud9, you have one map,
Ah,
but it's
triche.
search and destroy. You're down
Bah ouais,
5-2, you're able to come back, but you're 0-5 in respawns. I mean, I don't know if this is going to be a dominant hardpoint team, but yeah.
No, so when Ed said that, you and I looked at each other, I was like, I think when we saw the roster, you and I were like, this is a weird team. A weird
Moi,
one.
j'ai pris 2 maillots, c'est Derek Rose et Iverson.
You know, when a team comes together, you think most likely they might find success in hardpoint. A lot of times that'll be the case when you have some shooters on your squad, and they do, but I think question marks, big ones.
No doubt about it. Yeah, I expect like middle of the pack, but we'll see what happens. They have to get on the board. It starts with this map one on Protocol.
2 fraudes du basket.
We'll get right into it, and I know Ant was hoping to see this maybe the map 3, but we'll be firing off on Vault. Do you have any big takeaways just from this map and the rotation at the start of the week? Maybe different than what you expected coming in?
Well, I think the big thing here on this map is what we talk about is P3 and P4. Obviously, P4 is that money.
Moi, j'ai pas un gros bureau en plus, c'est grave serré.
It can be very difficult to break, but you early rotate there, combine it with that P3,
Je
that's
sais
where
pas,
you
j'ai pas
find
l'espace.
a good chunk of your time.
Yeah, we saw some dominant right back. Teams pulling out like 4 subs, just absolutely.
Ils ont en finale, c'est faux, c'est faux.
But Mac,
Ça va, ça arrive, allez, gros, ça arrive. Hey, mais tes matchs lèvent pas au ciel. Putain, c'est
absolutely locked down. Nice little start here from Cloud9. They're trying to put to bed maybe the hardpoint stats you heard the desk talking about, but Max Streak will in there. We'll start to get ready for our next rotation. What do you see on the mini-map, Joe?
Yeah, well, Esther there with a big gunfight win. Give them some pressure. And well, Paul just over there towards top zip, so he's got to recognize Will Kremp and attach spawn behind him. So they're looking for that, trying to find that info. And it kind of spawns all over the place right now for Cloud9. Just where is the attack coming from? Geo able to pick up top middle, but Sib pushing Platin. Nice time here for Minnesota Rocker.
They'll take the lead now. We'll see if Gio can continue to get that run going. He will pick up another, despite the fact that the team kill comes in and Nero not able to hit the reload before the next engagement. But so far, so good in the P2. Gio's 3 streak ends. A break comes in from Cloud9. That'll be 2 straight for them. Make it 3, and now they'll be able to answer. So far, a couple of good breaks really from either team to kind of split up this time as you look to take the lead again if you're Cloud9.
Yeah, now if you're Cloud9, you gotta hunt down number 7. That's Nero, right? We just saw him get that kill top zip, and he's just trying to finesse. What he's trying to do is make this transition over to P3 easier, and he's doing a good job. His teammates getting the scrap time. They flip the spawns with 10 seconds left. Great heads-up play. His ability to play his life. Just sneak around, find a couple of kills, and now Cloud9, they have to work that top side. That's going to be Kremp, though. He's able to get all the way through. Number 6 is going to spawn up. That's going to give them the idea. We have to turn here and fight from the hill.
So now they'll take fights on both sides of it, as you said. Paul hoping to get involved before his teammates drop inside the point. Not able to do that. The timing a little bit awkward for him. Nice Simtex, nice shots to connect as well. And, well, despite the fact you had that early setup of your rocker, you're able to get a spawn in the back of your Cloud9, you pinch out the hard point.
Yeah, they just thought maybe the push was coming from top middle. They had nobody backside of the hill, no one able to pick up cliffside, and that just allows that pinch, the spawn to come in. They just had no info about where the push was coming from. That turns into a break, and now Cloud9 within 13, but 20 seconds left. It's all going to be about that rotation down to P4.
Well, this is just one of those points we saw in week 1 that it was just a mess no matter what, I feel like. It doesn't matter what the setup was. I feel like there was break after break. So tough to get really good time on it, but it's Gio that's really locking down the scrap time. As he's able to hit 4 straight, trying to chain this into more, but he's going to get triple swung and finally drop. A nice little sequence individually from Gio. And now this is the one you're talking about. This will be your money hill, as we saw sometimes 4 subs coming into play. We saw some really good holds from a team like Ultra, where we saw like a sub in Bean's hands and he was popping off. What kind of time can they get, or will this be a nice little break?
We already have good pressure there from Kremp, but Gio is still there. That just starts with Gio, right? His ability to find 3 kills over towards that P3, get them set up early in this hill. Mac trying to finesse. All the Jackal PDWs are out, but Gio still alive, up to 14 and 7. Ooh. Finds number 15. Great shots right there. And now a 50-point lead here for Rocker.
Yeah, sometimes it takes like one little big play moment, a player gets in the groove. He had one at the last hard point. He pops off here as well. As Gio is 15 and 7. 4 straight, 5 dialed in, continuing to go streaking. Finally does drop. Teammate needs to trade it out, but doesn't happen. Kremp gets some nice movement on through. Finally, Estriel will be able to shut him down. They'll continue to rack up the time. Lead now, over 70 here for Rocker.
Yeah, and obviously you get the full 50, 60 points there at that P4. Gives them this big lead. So Cloud9 going to try to find as much time as they can here as we go back to top middle, but Nero's already there in their face. A great double from him. That is going to be a clean 4 dead. And now again, just try to find where these players spawning out. Bit of a split here. Could help Cloud9. Gio, though, with a nice stun on the Mac. So they at least know where 1 is. Some nice shots, but a Kremp nade does connect on the P1.
And Gio's like the outlier right now for the ARs. Like, he's 18 and 9, but Paul's 4 and 12. Sib's 5 and 11. Attach is 8 and 12. Like, definitely some struggles everywhere else. But Gio, well, I mean, he's been inside the hard point doing work from a nice little power position.
Yeah, what's going to be tough about Protocol, you just think like so AR heavy, but what our pros are so good is they take those long routes, and it's just their ability to finesse and play their life, right? Like, somebody like Nero, we saw, when he's in top zip, good like winning that gunfight over and over again as an AR. Like, you want to get to that power position, but before you get there, if you have to take down one of the subs, that is where your stats are going to plummet.
Yeah, and it has been for most of the ARs currently in the lobby, but not for Mr. Gio. Kremp now with an early setup in the hard point. They need to get some time here. You know, a break comes in from Rocker, and you're finding yourself in a massive, massive hole. Kremp is hoping to get back to the full HP before the next engagement. Not going to happen. You have numbers in trades there for a second, but I think with the multi-kill from Mac, that might have been the extra domino there to give favor to Cloud9 New York. Some big time here for him, but you're continuing to at least make it a mess a bit if you are Rocker.
Yeah, this is fine. As long as you continue to hold the rotation for P3, right? Keep them off. Cloud9 has the good spawns for this P2, but you have just put so much pressure through top middle onto this platform, and then very similar to last time through, 20 seconds left, you're finding the kills. What does Cloud9 want to do? How do they want to try to rotate? Attach to try to go through bottom middle. Nice gunfight win there, and now they can fly on through, try to flip these spawns, get themselves set up.
Yeah, I mean, even though the lead looks pretty significant at 70, it's like the P4 is really the difference. But that's going to be what we're going to look at as we get ready for here shortly. But got a minute to go. So now focus on the set. Last time, a ton of split time. Similar to what we saw last time, you're set up in the hard point. Opposite team starts spawning in the back. Just flip this time in the sense it's Rocker now spawning and trying to break. We'll see if they can set up the pinch. I think they had 1 spawn out in Gio, so the natural pinch is going to develop here as they try to fly on in. Kremp with a multi. Mac, I thought, had the win there, but Kremp will actually end up with 3. Still has another fight, and that's a massive one. 6 HP from him. 4 streak and a nice individual play, but 20 seconds left. You got to start thinking about next. They're going to take this time. More likely, it's can you break?
Well, and this is what you find a lot of the time on P3. Yes, those wonky back spawns can come in, but when you have a 4 dead, you know they're spawning top middle. Good luck getting into that front door. Now Trem continues on this rotation. Nero, though, maybe with the difference maker. You get back into the game here at this P3 if you are Cloud9, but Nero allows his team to get into a nice setup. You see the trophies are down as we head down to P4.
Yeah, you did what you need to do with 3. Did Cloud9. You claw back into this, but now you got a 30-point advantage. Does Rocker. You're looking to shut it down. A break opportunity, though, here for Cloud9. You just got broken. You're feeling the pressure if you're Rocker. Let's go to a listen-in right now with Minnesota Rocker.
Standing low.
I heard.
Nothing on boat. I stun it time. I need to close. Give me a second.
Yeah, one step side.
And two spiral. Very close. Leave spiral. Sibs back to spiral. Spiral. Back to time. That my left. Come here. This side. Take the order. Nice. Only one. Nice. Let me zip quick.
Yep.
And Charlie. I'm going up the zip. I pushed the zip. Okay. Spawning zip side, I think. So I don't see anything new. One's just stun 10.
That's an P2 on me.
On the bottom, on you back. In bottom grandma's. Bottom grandma's. You went top, attach.
I got one.
On you back. I'm laying outer. He's out right side.
One's up front.
I follow Hully. I'm laying top grandma's. Top grandma's one shot.
Nice, good shit.
Trophy on top.
I went in.
Top granny's attached. Last guy.
I'm the bottom grandma's. Are you blocking?
Yeah. I don't see my other.
I'm dead. Bottom grandma's crap.
I can't block.
Bottom grandma's over down you, Graham.
I'm bottom granny's.
Left side.
I'm telling you outer. I think outer.
Top B2 on the ledge.
Weak attach. Top 10 attach. One shot. He's weak as shit. They're both weak. He jumped on mid gun.
I stun any time.
I'm getting close on our side. Outer and top granny.
Right side time. I need right side time. Top grandma's back. I'll go.
Cloud9 New York right back in the thick of things, trailing by 70 for a lot of this game. Now down 30. Just a few seconds left this hard point. We rotate on over to tower. Nero here to do the dirty work early on. Can't chain in the third.
And I think really the one thing to take from the listen-in, how they want to play this P2 is you heard, are you blocking, right, for that P1? And they want to fight from this side of the map. Control top, middle. And, well, just try to find a time this way so you have an easy rotation if you do go to that P3. But Estriel, he has been so good through top middle. Another double, make it a triple. 34 for Estriel. He has been hot and cold throughout this year, but really stepping it up here on Protocol.
Well, the hard points, he's been cold, at least last week, right? Like, he had some moments, yes, but from a KD standpoint, he was getting kind of bopped. Right now, though, making the plays. The Death said they wanted him to step it up, and he's absolutely doing that. You're 23 away from a victory now, at least for the map 1. The remaining time, looking to go the way of Cloud9.
This is doable. If you are Cloud9, I mean, 15 seconds left. You have top middle control, so you know they're not pushed through for this P3. It's a nice pick by Nero, just taking his time. Still 5 seconds left on this P2. But the cutoffs are already there. You see the blue arrow starting to spawn on up, and here we go. Both teams vying for control. We'll see if you hit that 250. Maybe that kill allows Rocker to get in.
This is where Cloud9 did a way better job last time around here. Can they do it again? They keep rallying one more body into the hard point, taking that time forward, looking for the lead change, but the contest will come through for now. Estriel looking to be the playmaker currently for Rocker. You're starting to feel the pressure with him in the point, but you have time to work with. One tucked away in the corner is going to catch him. That was attached. Sib Kremp through for kills as well. Sib now sub in hand, looking to lock it down. 13 needed for the victory, and he's ready for the next one. Not quite the next one as Estriel finds an entry. Mac, though, brings it back with a double. And they just need these final 5 seconds. Still 20 or so points on the hard point. They can shut it down here. They have picked it up massively here at P3 through the last 2 rotations, and that will lead to a hard point victory for Cloud9 New York. Trailing for a lot of it, but some big plays down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, it's really the executions on the P3. I mean, the last 2 times we were there, because we started with Rocker and it was messy. They were able to find the break, but then just 2 great holds got them back in the game.
Well, I think that's one of the first things I said. Like, that's how P3's kind of played, at least through last week when we were casting it. Like, it's a lot of just kind of split spawns, break after break, very messy, and then they get I think like 45 or so seconds the second time through, and then there was a contest for a moment, and some fights that went down, but nearly perfect, just dominant on those P3s.
Yeah, I thought Estriel made the play, because not only does he go all the way through, he gets another kill and flips the spawns, and you just think the pressure is going to be there sooner or later, but they just fight from the hill, does Cloud9 New York. That gives them it, but you see the purple is ahead, what, 144 to 71, maybe their biggest lead, and then, yeah, it's just the bounce back right there at that second P3 from 90 to 143, brings it within 20. You split the second P4, which is huge. When we went to that listen-in, you finally got that break from Cloud9. They just stayed alive.
Yeah, but even that, like the second P4, like Rocker got another break in. Like, you did not get a ton of time at P4 and still managed to pull out the hard point. You got to feel pretty good. But so far, well, the hard points today have been quite lit. We had a 250-249, a close one the first map as well. Now we come to this series, 250-227 to start us off. But as much as, I mean, you get 40 out of Estriel, who felt like a dead man walking in the hard points last week, but it's not enough. And Paul struggled throughout that one. He really did.
Yeah, 13 and 32 he finishes there.
I know they brought him in for search, and he's had some massive search plays, but he's been better than that in hard point.
Yeah, and then if you're Estriel, you're finally, I'm having a game, I'm getting going, and you still lose. You're just like, that could just be frustrating as a player. No doubt about it, but Cloud9 fight back, and it really is just a team effort. But I think the subs towards the back half really start to step up. They both dropped 30.
I think you needed that if you're Cloud9. You needed a hardpoint victory based on how things were going. You know, you heard Ali, the guys kind of talking about it on the desk, how much they've been struggling. And
it's just the mental.
Yeah. Just a mental W, 100%. And for Rocker, like, I don't know, you're fine, right? Or like, we've done it every way, right? Like they're 50-50 in hardpoint, well, not anymore, but they've been basically 50-50 in their respawns, what, 3-1 in search and destroy. They've gone to several, 2 game 5s, 2 around 11. They know they're going to go the distance, so I guess the mental on their side, it's like, all right, boys, here we go again.
Yeah, just keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they found 2 early victories in the season. Maybe we didn't expect that from this Rocker team, but they've shown they are here to play. Yeah, for Cloud9, it's just, you lose another game 1 respawn, and obviously the server talk and everything that's been happening, it's a mental battle.
Yeah.
Online can be, you know, I've gone through it as a player in the past. Like, you just feel like you're getting BS time and time again. That just lives in your head rent free.
Yeah, I saw Attach had a tweet like right after, right? Just a little frustrated maybe with where they're playing from. And I mean, tweet it was a professional way, just like, hey, it's been frustrating. You know, we don't have a good server to play on. We're playing against the boys in Texas. So we'll see if they can bounce back from it, maybe just get a series victory. But you know, on the other side, like, is there anything too, especially early in the year, like, it's probably not the worst thing. Like, if you're like a Rocker, and yes, you start out 2-0, but like going to a lot of game 5s, like just getting a lot of reps. Like, I know you're scrimming and stuff, but it's got to be just
especially if you're winning them.
Yeah, well, especially if you're winning them, but just like in general, just getting a lot of reps, like in an official match.
Yeah, I mean, they probably feel like there's some games they could close out in a smoother way. You probably don't want them to be as stressful.
Yeah.
But yes, you're not wrong. More reps, the better this early.
I feel like just in the you and I have been casting a long time, and there's been teams that have, like, I don't know, like I think of like Optics of the past, or even like Phases sometimes. Like, I don't know, you just 3-0 everybody, and then the first major comes, and I don't know.
You see around with game 5.
You're a little overconfident. You haven't really been pushed or tested. Not the worst thing to be tested, but yeah, you need to win some of them, which Rocker.
Yeah, because I mean, you think of Rocker last year when they weren't winning the game 5s, they broke down, right? They go through with those roster changes. So yeah, it's like, it's good to be tested. You just sometimes you want to pass those tests.
Yes, exactly. That's a good way to put it. Well, to search and destroy, we go now. We're up to bat on Skyline. Cloud9, their only map win before this series was the Vault comeback against the Thieves team. There was what, a 2-5 comeback where they really made some adjustments, kind of shut Hydra down. You expect some players that are going to be able to take over and search and destroy. Paul's kind of been the guy for Rocker that we're going to keep an eye on as well. See if he can bounce back after a real dud in that map 1. We got offense now for Rocker. Estriel looking for openings. That's a tough chow there at the back piano, but tries to peel him off the heady, not able to do it. Mac wins his next fight, tries to stun out and stay up for now. Never gets back to full HP, but it's not going to matter. Wins another fight, and everybody's dead. Plenty of time for the defuse.
Yeah, obviously you're not pointing at one person, but you're just hoping Estriel finds one there, right, when he slides out, because your goal is you're planting that A-bomb, and sort of as soon as you go down a man in a retake situation, that can always just be tough, depending on your setup. And that's just it. If he just finds one in a 3v3, his teammates have some more room to work with. They have a little bit more info, but he slides out. Maybe even could have just stayed alive there, bottom Jim, but Sib with some great shots.
Yeah, it's like a weird one. You know, you're chowing like a heady, but you got the sub. It's a slide chow. You can camera somebody bad there and peel them off it, but as you said, Sib hits the shots. They take numbers, and they're able to get the round. Now we'll flip sides here and see what Cloud9 can do offensively. Nice start from Mac. We saw his POV for a lot of that round. And we'll stick with him at the start.
We're running it, baby.
Yep. It's some jetpack Call of Duty here. We're sending it. Nice win from Sib. He's shooting straight, but they're down in numbers. It's going to be attached now, 1 versus 2. Ton of time. Bomb down in a precarious position, though, and now Attach gets to work. One of the more clutch players we've ever had.
No doubt about it, but now, yeah, 5 and 6, Paul and Estrel, they're just going to dip together. Allow him to plan if he wants to. Attach just trying to check all these different angles, and I'm going to slide on through. Maybe here's the zip, and there we go. In a spot Estriel. Normally in these scenarios, as soon as you spot one, you know where the other one is, but he's going to continue to look around here. He's taking his time. The Rocker players are just doing laps on the map.
Yeah, I think Attach has that info. Like, he knows they're just doing laps. It's like, where are they now? is the problem. He knows they're on the move. Just does he catch a fortunate timing? Like, almost works out, but that's why you're holding hands. So you make sure you have the trade. I mean, only way that falls apart if somehow he's pre-aimed up and they're kind of lined up perfectly for him.
Yeah, that's just it. Yeah, maybe if, like, Paul slides there, messes up his movement a bit, but Paul... Nice team right there from Rocker, and that's just a blind counter. We're going to 4-hit Kitchen, and, well, they were ready for it.
Yeah, we'll see some of that throughout the course of this search.
It has some fast rounds.
Yeah, we've seen teams, you know, spread it out on this map as well, play it a little slow, but, yeah, we're having some jetpack search every now and then. Just 4-on-4, hit it. Tied up 1-1 now. Paul takes a bullet, I think, from Mac at range, and they slow down this onslaught at least for a second. Crimp gets pushed up. He's able to pick one and get away with his life. Estriel now working into underground.
Yeah, that's just all the way underground inside the vent. Now you have the Char inside the kitchen. That's going to be attached. Just 3PM finding info for his team. So he's saying, I got A. You boys just focus on the B side of the map. That's really the call. But, yeah, Rocker down a man now.
Just slows down this offense. He was already playing out slow. You lose a player, that becomes even harder. Now you lose another in Estriel. See if Car's still there. Paul and Geo can come up with something. Cars finally get taken out. Geo does find a pick. Trying to give him a chance in this. Sib shut the angle. Oh no! He thinks he repositioned. He just lays down there at the AC. Now we're into a 2 versus 2. That looks so awkward.
That's just Geo's like, yeah, he was like pre-firing with a pistol. But now Attach is able to find one Tremp there with another, and they recover in the 2 versus 2. Oof. But it does get awkward, as Attach was just driving a car the entire round.
Well, you can tell, like, Sib gets the call, like, he's weak, he's tough. He just jumps up there, he's like, looks left, looks right. He's like, nobody's home. I think we've all been caught by that play. Like, someone just lays prone. Like, it's like, oh, all right.
Yeah, especially in this game, too, just with the different animations. Like, I don't know.
Different animations, and there's just stuff everywhere. All right. They rebound. They clutch up in the 2 versus 2. They'll take advantage. God, they'd like to be on the good side of a 2-0 series advantage, that's for sure, if you're Cloud9 with a slow start. But yeah, you had some tough matches. You just have to come in mentally like, this is one we can win. They're 2-0, but this is one we can win. So far, so good. Wall bang through for Sib. They do push that out, but you retain numbers. Mac looking to make the play. Big battle over here by A. Mac gets him weak enough for a fast trade, and that's a quick round. And another one here for Cloud9.
Yeah, I mean, listen, for Rocker, like, you're trying to slow down the pace and maybe just spread out a little bit, but you're just getting picked apart. That's 3 first bloods now for Cloud9. The one time you have had an advantage has just been that fast kitchen round where you 4-hit it. Outside of that, you've just gotten picked apart. Losing those numbers early.
Yeah, just can they get advantage early on? Can Paul get going?
But it should just be a pace thing. At this point where you're trying to, like, spread things out on their offenses, find open pace, I'm thinking we're just, yeah, let's just 4-hit it.
Let's just hit it. Let's see what they opt to do this time. Yeah, can they have 4 up in an offense? They get numbers early. There they are. Estriel gets 1, he gets 2. Massive for them there. They lose 1 in Paul. They lose another. Attach gets the angle. He's able to take down 2, and apparently getting numbers, even getting massive numbers, wasn't enough.
Yeah, no, I mean, Astral finds it too, opens up the round. It's similar to map 1. He's thinking, like, we'll close this out, but Attach through the gym just lines him up. There's a lot of different angles you have to be careful of inside a kitchen. Nobody looking bottom gym, and Attach gives them that round.
Was that just in the craziness of it? Like a miscomm, like it's something that's not picked up? Like Attach shouldn't just be able to waltz in and get both after this, surely.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of cleanup. Yeah, he jumps on down, and what, yeah, one player's got to hit it. Yeah. Nobody's looking kitchen side. You don't have a player platform or bedroom, so, you know, he's ready for that next gunfight, but nobody's there.
No, it's like if no one has the angle on the player, like drop down, you can do, I don't know, you just pull off water place. Like, oh, we're second story. No, I'm not.
Adios.
Ooh, nade hits, but Nero does stay alive. 4-1 for Cloud9. Looking for a massive edge in this series if they can shut it down. They had a nice comeback in Search week 1, but haven't enjoyed an advantage like this. The advantage keeps on going. They have numbers again, 4 versus 3. Nero just shouldering. Doesn't want to take that fight against an AR.
Well, after the pick, you kind of just reposition. I mean, Sib is the one player push up over towards Hot Tub. They're going to focus on him, but Tremp loses a gunfight. So maybe now, down in a 3 versus 4, you bring it back. You have to defuse the bomb, though. Mash still inside of you. Attach able to find one, and that table. Who put that there?
Holy.
The fine China.
Yeah, that is just, he just gets the slide in and pops. He's dead before it feels like he hits a bullet. Just, yeah, table's made out of Kevlar. Just, holy hell. That looked frustrating, but not frustrating for Rocker. They get a much needed round.
There's a couple of chairs. I don't know what it is with this map. Like the back patio set as well. I swear, you just can't shoot through it. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but.
Well, it wouldn't be Call of Duty if you couldn't shoot through things you shouldn't be able to and not shoot through things you should be able to. Like,
that's a good point.
Yeah. Guys think of last year, some of the wall bang spots.
No, there's a couple in this game.
Yeah. Rocker trying to claw back into it. Car up close and personal, doing some damage, but will it lead to a kill? Doesn't lead to anything. Estriel on his back, getting bomb planted. Dude, it is so goofy. I love it, bro. I love it. Geo in trouble, but stays up. Nero with the angle and the call for the push, so. Oh, they just hit the nades on him. He gets a spot on Sib. Sib thinks he's chasing down a weak player. Good teamwork there from Rocker. Attach. Last up. Takes down one, but that's all he'll take down. Back-to-back for Rocker now, and just like that. I mean, this would strike me as like a very Rocker map win. Like, they're down 4-1, not looking good at all, and then they just switch gears and win the map.
Well, a couple of rounds they should have won. Potentially,
true.
But that's a difference in that setup, right? You hit the bomb down, obviously you hit the first blood, but you have someone platform, you have someone hot tub. So when they do start to try to retake through catwalk, there is just so many angles on those players, right? Yeah. Just right away.
They haven't been able to plant. They haven't been able to get a plant with 4 people alive. Like that hasn't been a thing until then. Yeah, a little bit easier. Did they win 3 straight? Car into play again.
Every time I see these cars, I just think of Home Alone 3. It's underrated. It's underrated. Okay.
I haven't seen those in so long, like any of them. It's been ages.
Well, that was one of the ones that like they tried to different cast and everything.
Numbers for New York. Did Nero find the timing and the angle? He may have. Down to a 1 versus 1. Nero can make the play. He got eyes on him. Gets across. He's on 5 straight as well. He's a lunatic. Oh, God. The Attach goes flying out. Take a breath for a moment. Re-engage and wins it. Nero with the 1 versus 3. And Rocker tie us up 4-4. Attach has been left in the clutch multiple times on this map. That one you'd love for him to close it out, but we're talking about switches flipping. Nero does 6 straight for him, a 1v3 clutch. And he's got the ability to do it. Let's see it again.
Yeah, I mean, just great timing through the middle of the map on both of those players, and then it's a 1 versus 1. And as you said, spots Attach. Attach has the AR. I don't know if he's just trying to find a timing there where you're trying to catch him sprinting or what, but Nero ready for it. Great individual play out of him. And all right, now you're starting to win some of these rounds. Clutch these out, and just like that, it's 4-4.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't get the spot on him there, like who knows how it maybe plays out, but just the slide away and spot. Good job playing his angles. Nero obviously with car in hand after his monster rounds. Just chilling out by the hot tub.
Yeah, all he's doing right now is 3P and just getting info for his team.
Yep.
It's just, this isn't, not a ton of info to really work with. Just, you know, hot tub's open. Now starting to move that up, maybe towards that A bomb. Now you can see the rest of the teammates start to work on their way through the middle of the map.
A lot of space for you to take if you're Rocker, though. You're playing deep if you're Cloud9, but it pays off, at least with the opening first blood there from Attach. Frustrating 1v1 loss, but gets involved with that, and then Sib connects to the shots with Mac. Nero, though, is still alive. Feels like it's a threat until he drops. Estriel brings him back into a 2 versus 2. They now are able to group up. 7 straight for Nero. And I mean, we've had a couple rounds that go from like a 4v2 to a 2v2 instantly, it feels like. And that's kind of the nature of this map.
Yeah, no, with all the different angles, right? Yeah, the drop downs.
Well, there was Attach dropping down, getting behind. Nero finding a good timing. Like, yeah, it's...
Now, Nero, if he gets a kill, he used the Hellstorm as well to potentially clutch, but he's going to get caught. So split up is Cloud9 New York, now 1 round away from going up 2-0.
Just hoping they can get that plan off, but New York not allowing it to happen for free. And that's a couple of times now. You've had like a 4v2 and had to clutch up in a 2 versus 2. At least you're icing up in those scenarios. This search looks a little bit different if you weren't able to do that. But they make the plays despite the fact they're likely a bit stressed with how some of these rounds have gone. It wouldn't be a Rocker series if it wasn't for a round 11.
That's a good point.
So we'll see if we get there here in the map 2 and potentially a map 5 as we keep going. Another first blood for Rocker. Well, I know I say another, like they've had a bunch. It haven't. it's been mostly Cloud9.
Well, yeah, and they take A again. They just hold the angles, right? You're able to catch that player trying to cross towards that P1. Macdo from up top. Oh, the door. Oh, yeah, you can shoot doors open. You close them. It just goes back and forth. We don't know what's happening, but I know Estriel's hitting kills in the middle of the map, so it's all down to Sib.
Yeah, don't you love doors? That fight looks so fun.
Well, it's even weirder for us.
Yeah, sure did. Sib with the snap and a half. Not able to do it again, though. And it's a round 11 now for Rocker.
This is what they do. This is their home.
Yeah. I mean, they just push you every map, the distance it feels like, just battling. Out there battling. And it does feel like for a team like this, yeah, it's just going to be like, how often do you pass that test? How often can you win your map 5? Like, it just seems like they're going to see a lot of them. Because that's how it felt last year, bro. Like, if you were a team that went map 5, you went map 5 a lot. Like,
a lot, yeah.
It's just what it felt like.
Especially last year, I felt like you had your maps.
Yes, that's what it was, yeah. It's like your middle of the pack teams, you just had stuff you're good at, stuff you sucked at.
Yeah.
Around 11. Who will find that opening pick? Geo got it in the last round. Can they find another opener? They're looking to get the quick plant down.
Nero's trying to work his way up, and it's going to come down to Kremp. Yeah, what does he sneak on through? He is just laid prone there. There is that first blood. Nero in a great spot, though, potentially for a trade. Do they know his position? Kremp trying to ice it out. 1 versus 4 for Paul.
You did a good job pushing him if you're Rocker, but the ice is there for New York. You win it in around 11. You're up 2-0, and after a very tough week 1, you're in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, I mean, Kremp just stays patient. They allow that bomb to go down. As soon as it's planted, he's able to pop on up. Just great timing. Nobody got picked. I think Nero was trying to work Jim again, but you had just pretty much that standard setup for Cloud9, and, well, Kremp was the difference maker there.
Absolutely was. Nice job with just a little quick peek on the bomb to get the kill, and then, well, just found the timing with the slide. You're going to get that with the Omni movement. Just beautifully hit it. Anything statistically that popped off the page for you.
Yeah, I mean, the 7 first bloods obviously a big deal. You know, Kremp 4-4. I mean, in terms of first bloods and first deaths, but that's going to happen for someone who's playing that position, but Attach just consistent as always in Search and Destroy, putting up 11.
Yeah, I don't know how many of those kills mattered. Like, he had some big plays, but I feel like he was last alive like pretty often. So probably 3 or 4 of those, maybe even when it didn't matter in a round loss, but he had the big double early in that game too to lead to a victory. And that's how it looks. You have a 23-point hard point to start us off. Around 11 to Surge. Cloud9 are up 2-0 in command. And yeah, you had a really difficult week 1. You had tough matchups. This is that series that needs to be a bounce back for them. If they're going to be a team that's like above the middle of the pack. If they're going to ever be a contender, you need to win series like this. You do.
No, 100%. I mean, honestly, so far, this has been kind of the state of the league, right? Very close hard points, some round 11 searches, but yeah, gritty games, and yeah, who's going to come out on top?
All right, well, before we get to the map 3, we'll get to the desk to break it down here for halftime.
Thank you, Maven and Merc. All three of our hard points within 25 points of each other, and now we get a round 11 that Minnesota finally drops. Alley Cat over here in the middle may have picked this Cloud9 New York squad. Why do you have faith in your team today?
Well, no, I have faith in Cloud9 because the players themselves are like top 4, top 6 like level, but their chemistry and their teamwork just aren't there yet, and that's why they're struggling. I feel like almost playing down to their competition, but now that they're going up against a team like Minnesota Rocker, I feel like maybe they've woken up a little bit.
Let's take a look at some of the S&D plays and talk about what we have witnessed so far in this series, because in that round 11, you may have noticed Estriel is getting kills once again, but Kremp seems to have found his form as that first blood guy.
What's so unfortunate is that Estriel's having a great series, and they're not winning maps when he would have terrible series, and they would pull it out from under them. But this search and destroy was pivotal, not only for Cloud9 in general, but like there was a moment, Nero 1v3, like that was the time for the momentum to be killed on the side of Cloud9, and they didn't allow that to happen. They weren't allowing the bomb to get planted. They allow it in round 11, and it's Kremp playing patiently for that first blood after it gets laid down. He gets the second, sets his team up for success. This is the Cloud9 that we have been hoping to see.
Yeah, I mean, this was a ridiculous round, too. Like, we get down to the nitty-gritty in this game, man. There's a 1v3 on the side of Nero. You're feeling like Minnesota's going to run away with this game. You see finds 2 here and then gets the glimpse of a Tatch up top and plays it perfectly, picks up that RC car. We ultimately end up in a round 11 where it's just a great play by New York, man. Getting pushed up. Kremp he gets into a spot right behind the fireplace, takes his time, finds that first kill, and just blows the round wide open. So for New York, you got to be feeling good. It has been pretty crisp, but you're up 2-0 now, and you need a big win.
Cloud9 needs just one more map. Minnesota needs 3 straight if they want to remain perfect here in the CDL. It's just week 2. But I feel like our teams are starting to sort themselves out. It's great to see that Cloud9 New York is very much still in the running.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we have a drawing conclusion segment.
I know, I was waiting for it.
Yeah, I'm ready to do it. It's the end of the hard point was absolutely insane.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Ali's favorite player. It's Mac making some massive plays. So let's jump on Telestrator and let's break this down. So this is the end of the game. It's rotating over towards P3. And we know that the P3 is probably going to decide the fate of this map number 1. So you can see in this situation, we're going to zoom into the mini map. That's a Tatch that you saw in the middle gun. All the players are spawning out here on Minnesota, right? So they're going to have to start their rotation as there's like 18 seconds left. There's only a couple routes you can really take. All the players, they have the push through old, so nobody's really going to be going there. If you do, you're going to die from the player that's getting that time. Typically, players are going to go underground and try to get up spiral to get behind enemy lines, or around here and through P1 towards gun, right? So what you're going to see here from the side of C9 is you have a Tatch. He's right here, so he's playing mid. He can volley back and forth and play kills. And what I'm always preaching in HP is if you have control to take space and make plays. So you're going to see, number 2, this is Mac. He makes a play. He pushes into underground and finds 2 kills to further punish them on the rotation. So this is kind of how you want to play when there's like a little bit of seconds left on hold. You want to be active on rotation. Don't let them get positioning. Mac gets underground, where typically players will just sit back and hold the spiral stairs. He finds 2, and this is where it gets real interesting. He goes back because he knows that he alleviated pressure underground, that he needs to help his teammates that are up top and find these kills middle. So he's going to wrap all the way back, help his teammates find those last couple kills, and that's going to pretty much secure them the rotation, where ultimately they close it out here in this P3. Heads up play by him, completely closing the game.
Mac melts, fragging out in game number 1. He contributes in the search and destroy win as well. And now they're just 1 map away from sending Minnesota to their first L.
To their first win of the season. Again, like I said, this roster has very top 4, top 6 caliber players on it and talent. It's just about putting it all together at once.
Pretty fun stuff. Nameless, are we getting a game 4?
Yes, we are.
We're getting a game 4. Are we getting a game 5?
Ooh. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know, man. I'm not feeling too good about my prediction at this point in time, but I'm gonna hold strong.
All right, he's been pretty perfect in the predictions for the last 2 days. We'll find out if he can keep it rolling. Merc, Maven, let's finish the series.
Well, keep it going. I love those segments with Ant. I mean, honestly, I know you guys teamed together. You played fantastic players, but like you noticed when you first started casting with me, you said like it's like hard to break stuff down like that. the game's very fast. Like while we're commentating, you don't have to. You have a couple seconds to say something quick.
Yes.
You don't get to like break down plays like you'd like to. And I know when you watch that, you're just like smiling because it's nice to be able to actually slow it down and talk about a play instead of us being like.
Well, and I just think obviously when we're casting, we're gonna miss some things. And
true, yeah.
You go back and rewatch it. Who makes those impact plays? And yeah, that's it. I mean, he's.
Oh, I'd love to say we catch everything, but this isn't like CS, which is step by step. Like it's people are.
No, we're playing quick. We're playing quick. So yeah, I mean, I love it. Yeah, Mac with a great transition there because he's right. Yeah, heads up play down low, then rotates, knows exactly where to be coming from, and that allows him to win.
No, I think you've always done an incredible job, just because you have a mind for a game. You grind it. You're such a great player, but. Yeah, it's nice when you get to like rewatch it. Or just down. Like, because you and I have casted before. It's been like a crazy game. We'll like watch it back later and be like, oh god, I missed that. Like it happens. It happens. So it's been a cool segment there with Ann, doing a great job. Map 3, Rocker. They have won through game 5s, but they haven't been in this hole. They have not been in a 2-0 hole and had to pull off the reverse sweep.
We've been talking about tests. Why not take a difficult one?
Yeah. Or amping up the difficulty and test here for Rocker. Or have Cloud9 found their groove. Kind of trade it, at least through that opening push. You had like, what, one player alive really for either side, 3 drops, so not really a big advantage. Nero's getting damage into everybody, but he's out of 25 HP as well and repositions. Next Shao up wins that as well. Great stuff here from Nero. 4-0 start.
No, but like you said, the problem is the same thing is happening to his teammates, right? Like, he's controlling middle of the map, controlling lobby, gets another one. But finally, Paul's able to get a multi-kill. The same thing was happening on the other side of the map, where I think it was Kremp just finding kills off spawn. And so you're not making too much progress. Now that was clean. 8 about to be done. You have a 2-life advantage. And now Clyde9, you'd see 2 and 4. They push all the way up towards that B street while Kremp is watching this pinch.
No, that was great breakdowns. Yeah, it was just one alive from either team. Who was the team going to help out? Or who was going to make the bigger play? Paul kind of the difference maker then, just making sure A gets done. And now they start to push on forward. You see that number 4 pushed up deep for Cloud9, that is Sim. He's wanting to track back though because his team is getting picked apart. I thought he was going to think about pushing back to help, but he's still trying to find people off spawn. The fight's mostly going down around Art though, so his team is dropping. Sim is still posted up. We'll see if he starts to get a little antsy or what he decides to do.
Yeah, he's going to have to try to track down back, but they know it, right? You're common. You don't hear the name Sim for a long time. Start to watch that pinch, and yeah, Nero's still 8-0. He's already got the Hellstorm inside of Art as well, playing his life. Is this going to be a perfect round of control for Nero?
I mean, he has had some of the more insane control rounds we've seen. You think back to like an invasion
He's still going. He's going to find both right here. He hit number 11. Switches, wins it, taps the point as well. Oh, no! It's all right. Oh, it was almost perfect.
Yeah, I think he was even like, I died at the end.
Damn, Kremp shot his toes.
That brought me back to, like, remember that invasion when we cast? We were in like a 14 streak or something. It was a control last year.
Oh,
He went nuts. Like, every decision he made was correct. Every chow he took the right one. Like, he is a streaky player. And while there, he was streaky certainly in that start. 11-1. He was the catalyst early. He was the catalyst late. The catalyst gets them a 1-0 start.
Yeah, I mean, we could have had a whole segment right there. Right, perfect round of control. You still can, but it would look really cool if he was 11-0.
Yeah. Kremp can't get across. Nice shots there from Sim.
I don't know if we've had an offensive round in control where you haven't had a death. I mean, there's probably one out there, but like...
It is not often.
No, sure. It's not.
Mac jumps into the bee's nest.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look fun either.
I don't want to do that.
Just mantle it on through with 2 players staring at you. Attach is like the opposite of Nero currently.
Remember that operator in, what was it, BO4, where you actually had a bee's nest?
Oh, yeah.
The hive? Yeah, you actually shot bees nests at people.
I forgot about that. That was insane. A little snapper there from Paul to get to, and New York kind of back to square one, and they've got only 35 seconds to work with. They don't have a single tick. They tried to get something going to be early, but the flank's about to come through, get in behind enemy lines. Was, I believe, Paul combines with his teammates to take him out, and wow, he might be up 2-0 in the series.
Well, this is what Ant was talking about, though, right? Is their vault control has not looked good. That 0-2, and again, you played Thieves and Optic, but There's only 2 control maps, so maybe just try the other one.
Maybe after this one.
Maybe after this one, yeah.
If Nero was the god of round 1, Paul, the god of round 2. He was on a 7 spree before he dropped. Nice shots at range there from Nero, 17-4. Winning fights, he's got no right winning with a sub in hand. He's still hunting. Loses that player, the debris that's popping up off the map, and fist bumps out is Rocker now up 2-0 and trying to get back in this series.
Listen, I know a lot of people think like the Jackal is the god young. I'm just saying mine sucks. So when I see these guys do this, I'm like, I'm impressed.
Oh, mine's not doing that.
No, you probably could. I'm probably just missing, but it's. They hit a nice slide, hit a headshot, and it's game over.
Even like last year, like the rival, like people get some kills are insane. But if it got away from me, though, it got away from me. Though.
Yeah.
I remember that week you were playing ranked, and Teep just decided he wanted to run an AR. And so you were like, "Oh, I guess I'm running a sub."
I didn't have fun.
You hadn't run one at all yet? Oh, I hop into your stream, you're about to put your head through a wall.
Yeah.
A little bit of a different game, huh? Rocker looking to close it out 3-0, at least, well, for this particular map. Nero was so good offensively. Can he do it again? Seems to be real deep in his bag. Looking for anything early, and he's all the way into art now.
Well, now he's just playing his ones here, right? His teammates have mid-map control. They know where they're spawning. He's just wasting time for Cloud9. Like you have 2 players kind of searching art, and then he's able to spot the third. So he's just running circles in the spawn as they're playing hide and go seek.
Yeah, and the whole time they're like, where is he? Like,
well, somehow, though, they all got past him.
And Nero's like, sorry, guys, I was looking. Just the timing's not working out for him to really get anything done. Nice little snapback there to take out Sib. We're about halfway to finishing off this A point. Got a trophy in for coverage. I mean, he's just sort of like, somebody chow me, somebody fight me. Just could not find the fight. Crimp comes in with a big 2 to delay that A push that was in. They still need another tick and only 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, Gio's just kind of snuck through as well, right? He's just found a pick, and now that just starts to turn heads, and, well, he finds a double, gets them to this A point. A should be done here unless Mac has some incredible play, but Paul's going to read it off spawn, and now we start to work B.
Yeah, a little bit of a life advantage, but nothing too crazy. Double swing bottom, and you trade that out. Just feels like you've had no map control ever if you are Cloud9 on either side of this. You've just been coming off spawn and sprinting and dying, it feels like.
Well, I think that's what you see in number 3 and 4, right? Those are your ARs, and like, I just don't think they've had any room to work with. It has just been Nero, Astra. There is just so much pressure in your face.
That was map 1 too, bro.
Yeah, and like they just cannot get into their spots. Can be so difficult because now you're coming off spawn and you're sprinting at the B point, trying to put nades on it. As the second take very close to coming through. There it is. Sib and Krem trying to pinch. Still have players here, though. That's going to be 3 dead. It's all down to Matt, and I think that is game.
Woo.
We're headed to a game 4.
Joe, you think of protocol, maybe?
I'm thinking we're vetoing.
Maybe playing protocol.
I'm not picking that one.
Rocker. Slam him. Nero on a heater early. The rest of the team gets involved, but Nero with this statement in round 1 just puts Cloud9 on the back foot early. And yeah, their ARs, like, even I know they won the map 1, but like remember I called it out, like they were both like double negative to start that, like couldn't get anything going. Here, like they never got anything going. And that's just the difference when you're an AR and you're in good spots. It's great. When you're just holding forward and subs have angles, great. It's not fun. Sib and Attach had negative fun.
No, and I think that, though, like, that vault control, I'm sure there's been a couple, but normally we are trading back and forth. There's spawn traps on both sides. You didn't have that at all if you're Cloud9, not even for a moment.
It's weird because they kind of traded in some of the rounds like a kill department for a little bit. Like they were only down a couple of lives like through A.
They never had a clean map though, right? There was always one player through, and that player made an impact play on the side of Rocker. Whether it was Nero, whether it was a Geo there in that round number 3.
Sib got pushed up one time defensively. It led to literally nothing.
Yeah.
Until he finally chowed the point and he lost the gunfight.
They didn't see anyone for a minute.
Yeah, no, it was close to that. I'm probably exaggerating a bit, but it was a good stretch of time where he just didn't see anything.
It was almost the perfect round. I mean, he gets both here. So what? Yeah, Krem just shoots his toes right here.
That was clean.
Here it is.
That was clean.
It's right through, yeah, just prone to gets the toes. Size 12s.
Tough. But no, just the weapon swap there into the clean slide and shout for the last one. That was one of the better plays we've seen this year. And then this was the weirdest little kind of hide-go-seek. He ended up in, or no, sorry, that's a different round. I think I just jumped forward.
Yeah, that's next round. Yeah. But yeah, same thing. But again, like, you're down 11 lives just right away. Just nothing to work with. You don't even get a take on offense. That's not good.
No, okay, yeah. I said they traded. They kind of traded, but I was on the two defenses. They traded kills a bit. The offense, they just got slammed. I mean, that was really the difference. Like, it wasn't really that lopsided through their two defenses.
And I think if you go back and watch that for Cloud9, what they're trying to do is players are going to get through, right? There's a lot of different openings on this map. It's more just, all right, if we have 2 or 3 dead, in a way, you just got to kind of leave that guy, right? Try to move up the map, hold the 50-yard line on the players off spawn. Just don't let that player who's snuck around make an impact play. But every time they did.
Do you ever get worried when it's like a team struggles in control? In the sense, like, dude, remember that? I remember a stat I tweeted last year. I know, like, some fans, like, control's not their favorite, but, like, I remember this stat, like, reminded me why it's, like, a good mode for competitive. Like, it was showing, like, where teams ranked 1 through 12 in the league, and then it showed, like, S&D and hardpoint ranks, and teams were kind of all over the place, like, where they were.
Yeah.
Like, some good search teams, some good hardpoint. But control is literally almost 1 through 12. Like,
yeah.
Perfectly. Like, if you're a bad control team, you're not going to be a good team.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you go back and do your own research and look at every major winner, you're probably around like 75% win rate in control.
Usually good teams are good in control.
Yeah, so I mean, I may be a little worried, but maybe it's just the map veto.
Yeah, it's early. I was just thinking about that. Like, it's just, it wasn't pretty. Like, it's not looking good. You're 0-3 there, and you know, we're gonna have another map into the rotation or swap one out eventually after the break. But
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But protocol. I'm thinking protocol.
Protocol maybe for them.
That might be the one we'll get to. But we look to get into the map 4 here soon. We'll see if Rocker can bounce back and get themselves to another map 5. We've joked about these difficult series, these trials they've had. They've had to go to a game 5 round 11 both times to get series victories. This will be the first time they do it, maybe through a reverse sweep. Love the red solo cup, Crimp sipping. Brings me back to college.
Yeah?
Yeah. I put a little bit of beer pong. A little bit, a lot of bit. Rocker. They get a much-needed map win there. In the sense, well, they didn't win that; they were out of the series. But they get a very convincing one. Maybe build off the confidence of that. You know, map 1, Paul came out slow. SGL came out firing. You get a little bit, well, I would say more of a team effort. Really, just a narrow takeover for a lot of that. But where the first 2 maps were close, the third was not. Skyline is basically always close, at least this year.
No, it always is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you win Skyline by like...
This is fancy bocage.
50 plus, like, it's a good...
We pull them out!
Yeah, if you win by 100, that is an insane Skyline, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
It is just pace, and it can be tough to be very clean.
Oh, well, actually, like a full hold on a hard point? Yeah. Very, very, very difficult. So we'll keep an eye on maybe who's able to get some great setups throughout this, but it's going to be a mixy one. High engagements, lots of traded time on the hard point. Good use of the hot tub there from Kremp to take down 2. They'll set up attached to get some time. He just saw all 4 rotating out from piano side, so the info is in. The call out to the teammates to lock this down and pick up this time. But you don't want to overchow here. If you're attached, you want to pick up this time and spot for your teammates, but you don't want to die from this position.
Well, this is pretty much if Mac gets that kill, I'll just say he can push through, and then you would flip them with about, 10 seconds left. But, I mean, you have down 40 or so seconds here on this P1.
Oh, this is perfect.
A great start here now. They're going to try to push on through. All the players of Rocker off spawn. 1 for 1 so far. You already have the numbers. You see, number 8's going to spawn out. Same with Kremp. So it's sort of just both teams fighting for control of the hill, but it looks like Rocker in a better spot right now. I say that, but Mac's going to give them those back spawns, and there we go. All 3 players from Cloud9 now in position near the hill.
Well, Ant was saying he thought this could end up being a solid hardpoint team. Cloud9 so far, at least. Early in this one, it is dominant. A big advantage, and yeah, you get this up to like an 80, 100-point lead. It's going to take a lot to claw out of that. Gio not starting out too hot. He's at 1-6. Everybody kind of firing for Cloud9. And as mixy as you said this could be, it really hasn't been so far. There's great setups and holds from Cloud9.
No, it is, yeah. And again, just starts with that back play. Saw him break that one down earlier, and he's able to do it again to set up that P2. Finally, you get in, but it's with 10 seconds to go. So on this rotation over towards P3, Gio just, I mean, he's stunned up. Everybody's sliding all over the place from Cloud9. They are in sync, and they're going to win this rotation.
At some point, you got to shift this. If you are Rocker, you need to kind of have to be the positive side of the domino, have the rotations, but when's it going to happen? You get those final 10 seconds, that's really all you're working with. You got 17 points up. It's another setup and hold for Cloud9. Mac trying to push out your cuts. He's winning fights. He's 8-3 and on 3 straight. A split spawn up right now for Rocker. Maybe a chance to collapse on this and find some time. But Mac wants none of it. His streak keeps going.
Yeah, I mean, props to Mac as well. He's on 5 in a row now. Yeah, because that split spawn did come in. You're just waiting for your teammate to spawn up so you know where the enemy team is, but Gio was able to get a double. But throughout all this mess, you're still just going back and forth, but Cloud9 is still in the better position here with P4 spawns.
Oh, I mean, you haven't got a second here if you're Rocker. You've been sitting on 17. That's your lucky number, apparently. Will they get in? Will they touch it? For 1 second, the hard point, they do. Down 80, though. Can they shift it here? I mean, you still have the back spawn right now if you're Cloud9. You pick up the player in the front, so Rocker, they will clear out Sib, and they'll now take this fight. Spawn safe comes in for Cloud9, so you have all 4 people here to battle. A nice opening pick from Nero, and maybe this is your chance.
Well, it has to be. Mac's gonna spawn out, but yeah, after that first pick, they've really slowed it down again. But here we are, they're trying to go all the way through. This should be a break for Rocker, but Mac off spawn. Did a repinch it? Did he make the play again? Just too many numbers there for Rocker.
Oh, I saw him spawn and have like that just kind of easy natural pinch. I was like, uh-oh, but thankfully they kind of wrap the edge and they limit his destruction to 2. The rest of his team spawns out, so they don't get anything really out of it. But bit by bit, you're trying to pull it back. Rocker are doing their best to do that now after a really rough start in the 2 opening hard points. At least they'll get some solid time here.
When you see the slaying, right? Like, I think you're down 1 in the slaying category, and you're losing by 80 here. So that's just the trades that are coming through. You either don't have the spawns or it's always like by 1, right? Yeah. And Cloud9 are just hanging onto the hill.
Well, you're getting some kills to get to, like, that first wave to put pressure to the hard point. You're not winning the next wave then. A lot of Cloud9 New York kills have been around the hard point. Like, well, max 5-3. Like, they've been getting those objective-based kills. And I mean, that feels really good, right? When you're up like 80 and you're basically even slaying.
That's what you want.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want. But that also means, you know, you kind of flip the script like I was saying Rocker needs to do. And suddenly that scoreboard could flip very easily. Already doing a better job. Well, we're out of the P1 as attach, and Cloud9 got, what, like 45 seconds the first time through.
Yeah, but it's just the subs. I mean, we talked about it really in that game 3 at times. This time, it's a Cloud9 duo and Kremp and Mac who find all 4 to break that P1 setup. Now they're able to push on through. Kremp's on 3 in a row. With 5 seconds left, set up at P2 is Cloud9 again.
This is still like one of those Rocker type games where like they're just in it enough, like they're just there. But it is this map though, like 80 is significant, right?
That's a lot.
In the lead department. Are they staying close enough? We'll see. It's Cloud9 that are trying to close it out though, get the 3-1 victory and get their first victory of the CDL 2025 season. Let's hear the comms now from Cloud9 New York.
Top mid, 1 shot, 2 of them. Listen, 2 front, G one shot, mid. One shot couches. Yo, zip in piano. I'm going over. Already out. This is a party. I got it. One shot. Double netted. Shoot one more. Yeah, one more. Yo, I flipped this one. Pause 1 shot. He's in P4. Yeah, go back to small. Go back to small to you. Right here. I'm going jacuzzi. We can go up to the jacuzzi. I'm trying to work that. Wait for me. One shot. P1. Nade behind the bar. I need it. He's no show. He don't like dark. He's dead. He's dead. You in time. You still. Let's go for it. 3. I'm on jacuzzi. I'm on
Sam. There's two heads. First two heads, next play. Go small now. Look at you from time. Look at you. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you guys. Double shot. I'll view. I shot up. Nice. Go ahead.
Outer, you dead.
Focus on you. We should go. We're short. I think we're safe. Someone go top mid though. Already did it. Jim Gio did. I did it. Go right mid. One hit right there.
Outer really.
I'm out of breath just listening to that listening.
Yeah, I mean,
they're hurt.
Some of that is due to the map. There was a lot in those comps. A lot happening.
Yeah, there certainly was. Oh, wow. The boys are caffeinated for the listen-in. Holy hell. But you know what? Whatever works. You're up 125 right now. You know, you just talked about at the beginning of this map. Like a win like
this is a hell of a game.
Is a stomp. They come into this struggling so much in hardpoint. They're looking to win 2 hardpoints and close out this series 3-1. Yes, Vault Control still looking abysmal, but otherwise you're clicking here. Just 11 points needed for the victory. They've got control. They've got the spawns. They should be able to set it up for victory here with the final 20 seconds remaining. You get a well-rounded effort out of the squad. One final attempt for Rocket to break through. That kill should seal it. And Cloud9 New York get their first win of the year. The comms were something. Ooh. But the fact is, you got a much-needed W. You change sort of how things are looking this year. You get some positive momentum, and you just have to brush it off. Like last week, you just had 2 really tough matches. You did.
Yep. Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, listen, throughout those games, just shout out to Mac. I mean, obviously, with the year off and everything, like, just what is his form going to be? Just continues to make impact plays.
He does.
You know, and obviously it's going to look good here in this one because they won by 150 points. But he's just one of those players in our league where he'll randomly pop off, get a 2-piece, but it's what that 2-piece does